Everyone, and thank you for joining me today on Thanksgiving Eve. As you guys may or may not know, I typically go live every Wednesday, typically 3 p.m. Eastern time. With the holiday tomorrow, a lot of people are traveling. Supposedly this is the busiest travel day of the year. Well, I'm not going anywhere, so I'm home. I figured it'd be a good opportunity to go live a little earlier. So if you guys are trying to work on your eBay listings or your Poshmark listings or your e-commerce or work on that death pile, which we all probably need to work on, get some things accomplished. And even if you're doing some cooking and baking for preparing for Thanksgiving, if you can play my video on the back, it would be appreciated so I can keep my watch hours up. I don't know how many of you guys do YouTube. I'm sure quite a few of you do, but you know they have the requirements to get compensated with AdSense. You have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Now, I thought the 1,000 subscribers was a tough chore. Well, be honest with you, the 4,000 watch hours is even more difficult. So I didn't want to miss a day and go live, not go live and lose those watch hours. So hopefully, you guys can hang with me, and I'm going to invite some of you guys. You're more than welcome, Don or Alexis, if you're still in the chat. If you guys just want to pop in, be part of the panel. Because again, my plans are, I keep saying I was going to do my inventory, and by hook or crook, I'm going to do it. I have about 80% of the jeans I need upstairs right now. And I have like another maybe 15 pair downstairs. So if you guys are in the chat, while you guys are working, you can monitor the chat. So again, hey Maggie, I can send it out an invite to any of you guys that want to join me and be on the panel. It's up to 6 people. It gets a little crazy when it's 6, but if 2, 3, 4 of you want to join me, and we can continue working. You don't have to be active in the chat. Just occasionally pop in the chat and see if there's anything that people need addressed. And again, my plans are to get this inventory done, do a lot of straightening up, and I actually bought a shredder, like a super duper shredder. I have 2 shredders. And they all timed out on me. So, I mean, timed out as far as like they got hot, as far overuse. So this is supposed to be a super duper one. So I've had this in a box for like 6 months now. So my goal is to get that open. So again, if any of you guys want to join me on the live stream, you don't have any video? Really? Anybody else not have video? Says I'm live. It says the video is, the light camera is on. Maggie, do you have video? Been live for 3 minutes. Do we have any video? I can leave and come back in, guys, if that's the case. Craig, do you see a video? You have video on your screen? It says I'm live, and I have my camera and my audio is on my Blue Yeti, loud and clear. Okay, but you can see me as well. Okay, so Don, maybe you need to refresh because, like I said, I know sometimes there's an issue because I have my built-in webcam, and I looks good. Thanks, Craig. Yeah. So what I did was I have my built-in webcam, and sometimes when I put my my C920, my Logitech over top of it, it'll block it out. But I did my due diligence and I actually checked my settings, and it was set to the C920. So when you said that you didn't see the video, I was like, uh-oh, what's going on here? So again, hey Glenn. So Craig, anybody, Anna, anybody you guys want to join me in the on the panel? Again, it'll just be a working hangout. Like I said, I want to get my inventory done, straightening up around one of my work areas. I have a picture area upstairs where I typically do my measurements and I take my pictures, and I have my light boxes set up. But if any of you guys want to pop in, I would appreciate it because, again, I'll be working, so I won't be able to spend 100% time with the chat. So you don't have a webcam, Don? Okay. Greg, did you want to join me, or I guess Glenn, you're probably at the shop. Did you want to just pop in? You don't have to be in the chat all the time. You could just pop on the panel and just be in the chat when you want to be. If anybody wanted to join me, I have the link. I can send it out to you through Messenger. I can just post it here, and then in the chat, I can just delete it right away. So is there anybody that wants to join me? If not, I guess I'll get started. You're on your phone, old phone, Nana. Okay. Alexis, are you still in the chat? Did you want to pop in while you're working, or you're busy and doing something else so you can't be on the panel? Send you a link. Okay, well, I will right now. Send it to you, Craig. Thanks. Hey guys, I'm sending Craig the link again. You guys are all welcome. Trying to get some work done, and we make each other accountable. Get some work done on the day before Thanksgiving. So wow, I actually have 6 messages in my messenger. Okay, didn't even realize that because I had a doctor's appointment this morning. I've been running around once I got home. Send Mr. Craig the link. Okay. There he is. There he is. Okay. What is this? Bear with me, guys. Of course, YouTube doesn't want to cooperate. What the heck? All right, Craig, I'm going to come out and do it again because it's not letting me send it to you. Let me see here. All right. Let me know if you got that link. If not, I'll send it again, Craig. So I'm assuming that the notices went out since you guys are here, and it looks like we have about 10 people in the chat. So, Craig, I'll be on a lookout for you. The more the merrier. You have a customer, Glenn. Again, if you want to pop in when they're done, that's fine. Again, what I'm going to be doing is just doing my inventory, maybe tweaking some listings, and then I'm going to be shredding some stuff. So obviously, I'll mute my microphone when I'm shredding things. And then I think I'm going to start my sale probably this evening. I mentioned that last week about running a sale, and again, I know last year or the year before there was a big brouhaha about whether you should run a sale or not. And if you're going to run a sale, do you, like the stores do, have things artificially marked up and then reduce them? Well, apparently that's what most people do. So with my listings, I'm pretty much bare bottom, especially on I told you I'm trying to get out of the women's ladies jeans. So I have them pretty much at the bare bottom as far as the pricing. So I'll probably just do a bulk edit and just raise things like 30% and then run a 30% off sale. So Craig, let me know if you got that link, because Messenger was kind of wonky and it didn't show me that it was. I didn't have like the little arrow to send it to you. So I hit enter and it did look like it sent to you, but if it didn't, I'll resend it again. In fact, I'm just going to do that now. I'll send it to you again. So we'll do that to make sure you got it. Yeah. So guys, again, everyone's suggesting running a sale. So, I mean, everybody else is running a sale. And what is it? Is it, I think I'm going to run 30%. I think I'm just going to do mark things up 30% and then take 30% or 40% off. Like some of my jeans, I have them marked down to like $5.99, $4.99, $6.99. So I'm really taking a loss on them. So I don't want to mark them up, like $2 and then take off another $3. So I end up selling it for like $2.99 plus shipping. But I think if you don't do at least like a 25% sale, I don't think people really even consider it a sale. So, at least that's my thoughts. All right, Craig, now it worked better. So you should definitely have that link. All right, let me get back to this, guys. Yeah, so I'm going to run it at 30%. So I don't see Craig in the green room yet, but if you guys want to pop in, you're more than welcome. Don, you said you're on your phone, you can't do it. Glenn, if you want to pop in, you made a little bit. Okay, so you're busy, Craig, so you'll pop in later. Okay. Maggie, if you want to pop in, I don't know if you're busy with your other thing that you do on Wednesdays. You just got pulled away. You'll be back. All right. So Alexis, you can pop in. So, guys, I guess I'll just get started on working, and I'll keep an eye on the green room down below. So I don't want to put the link in the chat per se. I will do it if somebody says I want to pop in the chat, and then what I'll do is I'll put the link for StreamYards in the chat, and then as soon as you guys, you type in the chat, I got the link, and then I'll delete it because we don't need trolls. Supposedly the troll issue is eliminated with StreamYard. In fact, for you people that do use StreamYard, Craig, if you pop in the chat a little bit later, the StreamYard creators, Dan and Gage, are actually going live noon Pacific. Or you have no voice? Oh, geez, that's a terrible time for the holidays not to have a voice. So I hope you get better or feel better. So the StreamYard guys are actually going to be doing a live stream. They're going to have some kind of giveaway. I think they're giving away like a free basic plan, like a year's basic plan. So they're going live at 12 noon Eastern or 3 p.m. or should say 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Pacific. So if you just search for StreamYard on YouTube, you'll see they have their own channel. So they're supposedly going to add a couple of new features. They're going to discuss that. One of the things they did discuss is, which to me it's not really helpful. I did mention in their previous live stream. I caught the very tail end of it. I typed in there that it's great that you guys are responding to our requests, but it's something I probably wouldn't use. Oh, you're supposed to sing Friday and Saturday? You don't have a voice? Oh, geez. So I guess you know better than I do as far as all the home remedies about the warm water and lemon and honey and oh, geez, that's terrible. You got to sing Friday and Saturday and you don't have any voice. Oof. Sounds like my luck. So, hey, Philly Picker, you just popped in. You're on break at work. Well, I hope you don't have agita. Like I have agita, but not from the Eagles. But I can imagine if you didn't have agita, you would have it after watching the Eagles. But they're playing the Dolphins this weekend, so hopefully they can get a win under the belts because that was embarrassing the last 2 weeks. Seems like for you, I'm sure some of you people aren't Eagles fans or Carson Wentz fans, but he's our franchise quarterback, and it looks like he's regressing, going backwards. So. Kind of scary if you're a football fan in the Philadelphia area. So yeah. So anyway, guys. So the StreamYard guys are going live at 3 p.m. Eastern or 12 noon Pacific. They're going to supposedly give away a free subscription, basic subscription to StreamYard, and apparently they have a couple of new updates. The update that I was speaking about before I got sidetracked, they have some kind of option for the creator to ban and or kick out someone in the panel, which I don't understand why you would need that option. I don't know why you could just not remove them. I guess their thoughts are if you remove them, they keep popping back in. It's a hassle. I would rather have that option as far as being able to do that in the StreamYard chat, and also have my panel members, if they're moderators, that have that ability to be able to do their moderator duties, to be able to time somebody out or to ban somebody from the StreamYard chat. So we'll see what they have to say. Again, that's at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So my plans are, guys, I usually comes up on my stream that I have some medical issues. So I'll be moving around and sitting here. So that's why I wanted one or two of you guys in the on the panel. So if I have to step away, you'll be able to, you'll be able to see somebody on the screen. Need a win this weekend or once with Public Enemy? Absolutely. It's scary. I mean, and then it came up that somebody, I guess on ESPN or Fox, one of the channels, Philly Picker, they said that a couple of the receivers didn't complete the routes. So as far as the throws that Carson made, some of them obviously he just missed them, outright missed them, blew them. But some of them he was throwing to a spot and the receivers didn't run the proper routes. Apparently this J, again, I never could pronounce it correctly, but this JJ or Saja or Sago Whiteside or whatever, he's not running the proper routes. That's one of the reasons he can't get on the field. But he was I think he was I believe he was the first round pick of the Eagles or second round pick, so he can't even make it to the field. But apparently he's not picking up the offense. And I think he went to like Stanford. I think he went to like an Ivy school. So I don't understand what the issue is. So anyway, guys, so hopefully one or two of you can join me in the live stream. I guess I'll just get started on doing what I got to do, and I'll keep my eye on the the green room down below. Again, guys, if you want to, you can, and most of us, I believe, are Facebook friends. For whatever reason, if I don't see you in the green room, you can message me on Messenger, and that way I'll see it as well. I'll get the message. Will pop up on my computer screen and also on my phone, so I'll see it. And in case I don't see you guys in the green room, so I'll know to check the green room. So hopefully you guys are getting some work accomplished, and I'll get started on my work, and we'll go from there. And again, anyone's invited. Alexis, if you want to pop in, and Craig, if you want to pop in later. Maggie, you don't have a voice, so you can't pop in, or you could, but you wouldn't be able to speak. And Philly Picker, I know you said you're at work. So, guys, that's the deal. I'm going to start getting the work here, and I'll periodically pop into the chat to keep an eye on things. So let's get started and get some work done here. I'm going to start my inventory. I printed out an inventory sheet. Let me grab that. It's right next over here, so I can grab that. So like I said, I have like 75 or 80% of what I have upstairs to do in my inventory, and then I'll be able to run downstairs. That's why I was hoping some of you guys would join me on the stream. So when I run downstairs, it won't be dead. I guess I could put some kind of banner up and say I'll be right back, but whatever. So let me get started on this inventory. What I didn't think of, I'm going to need a box to put the things that I inventoried into another box. So I shall be right back. I got to grab a box. That's another one of my chores, to get my boxes broken down, but at least I didn't break down this box so I can do my inventory. So what I'll do is I'll check off things, and then I'll put them, don't knock down your chandelier, Adam. And I'll put them in there. Okay. I do this. Hey, what's up there, Chris? If you want to pop in the chat, you're more than welcome. Not chat, pop in the live stream, you're more than welcome. I was telling people, basically I'm doing a working hangout. A little tickle, excuse me. So there'll be times when I have to step away from the computer. Again, you don't have to be, active in the live stream per se, but I would like to have a couple of people if I have to step away from the computer. If you're interested, let me know, and I can just put the link for StreamYard right in the chat. You're out of here, Glenn? Okay. If I don't see you in the chats, Glenn, have a good Thanksgiving. And I guess I'll probably see you Friday in the marathon auction. All right. So if I don't see you, Glenn, have a good Thanksgiving. What I would really like to do, and what I like to do is when I'm listing, is I like to play music, but obviously I got a copyright strike, so that'll defeat the whole idea of getting the watch hours. If I have copyright strike, I won't be able to get the watch hours up. So let's do that. We won't play any music or sound or anything. So again, Chris, if you want to join the live stream, let me know in the chat, and I can send you the link or put it right in the chat. So let me work on this inventory. Okay. All right. So I know, double check on this. I know I have this. Okay. Working on my inventory right now, guys. Let's get that finished. And like I said, I'll be monitoring the chat and monitoring the green room if any of you guys want to pop in the stream. That I have. do I have? It's a shame. I showed this on my stream before, but these are 2016. They're really nice. Villanova. Villanova is a local university. You're out right now? Okay. Yeah. When you get home, let me know, Chris, if you want to pop in. So these are really nice championship hats. I would have thought, I mean, Villanova is a smaller school, but I would have thought, there's Villanova people throughout the country. And again, this is 2016, so it's from 3 years ago. So I would have thought, and I got them cheap. I got them for like $2. So I thought there'd be Villanova fans. Oh, wow, I get a championship hat. And I think I have them listed at like $15 or $13 with free shipping. So I thought it was a good deal. I sold one. But anyway, I got inventory then. Three, four. Okay, that's correct. 4 is correct. Okay. Yeah, you would think, Mag. Because if I had a smaller head, I'd wear it. Because I went to Rutgers. Well, I graduated from Rutgers, but I went to Rutgers Camden, which is the local school. South Jersey. So I didn't go there on the main campus. I don't know if I mentioned it on my show before. I think I have. I told you guys my parents were both school teachers, but my dad had early onset Parkinson's, and then he ended up getting leukemia on top of it. So he wasn't able to work for most of his married life. So anyway, long story short, I had to go to a local school. So and then my parents both being school teachers, they wanted me to go to college. So they said you can either go either the local the state college or the regional college, and the state college was Rutgers University, the Camden campus, which they didn't really have very good sports teams. But I was never really a Rutgers sports fan, so to speak. I was more like the local Philadelphia sports team. So Villanova was kind of like my quasi. Hey, there's Craig. You pop him in here.
Morning.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good?
I'm gonna put you to the regular. I prefer this one if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, I like that one a lot better too.
You like that one better?
Yeah. I don't know what it is about the that first view. It's odd.
Yeah, it's funny because Dean Neiman. Do you follow Dean Neiman at all? He's a video guy that does basically on cellular devices, smartphones. Really good guy, and his brother Nick is his super duper.
Okay, I know Nick.
You know Nick?
I don't know Nick, but I know his channel.
You know what? Right. So in fact, I think I'm going to go. They're having a YouTube. It's a convention. It's in Albany in May, early May. I think 2nd and 3rd, or 1st and 2nd. So my only big issue is I don't want to spend the money to fly up there from Philly to Albany or from wherever it would cost me a fortune. So, and I think I mentioned before on the show that my SUV is a 2005 and it's got like 160,000 miles. It's falling apart. So I need to get something obviously before then. I wouldn't rent a car, but the ticket's not bad. They're running a Black Friday special. It's like $150. It's actually at a Holiday Inn Express. So you would get breakfast every morning at the Holiday Inn Express because that's part of their deal, and there's like 5 or 6 different speakers, and one of them is actually Nick Nimmin.
That's cool.
So for me, it's if I pay $150 and then it's the only problem is like the room will be like $150 a night. So that adds up. So I figured I'd get there Friday, stay Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and check out on Monday morning. So how you been? All right.
Good.
Plugging away.
Do it.
You root for Villanova too, Maggie? Yeah, I mean, I like Jay Wright. I love the basketball coach. He seems like and he's had offers to go like to really big time programs, and he stayed. You know, Villanova's not really Philly, but it's the suburbs of Philly, and he stayed. I mean, it's like all these other coaches, like Temple gets a football coach, a decent football coach. Is like the one football coach, I think the last coach they had before this current one, he didn't even make it to the season. They hired him, and like within like a month of him getting hired, he took a job somewhere else.
Wow.
But it is what it is. All right, now where are my Under Armour visors? Okay. All right. Craig, you know anything about these? I think I can research them obviously, but I got these at let me highlight myself.
Oh, that's not a me. Is it Amiibo? The Disney Infinity. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, an Infinity. Yeah.
Is that made for the Wii or the?
Oh, is that cha-ching?
Your channel must be good luck. I just had a sale.
Good for you. That's a good question. What is this for? This is for.
Nice.
What was it?
I bought a Technics, however you pronounce it, turntable.
I called it Techniques. I don't know if that's correct, but I actually
I don't know which one
I was
right.
growing up.
Tomato, potato. You know.
Okay.
I bought it. Golly, I've had that thing a year.
Uh-huh.
I paid $6.99 for it at the thrift store.
Okay.
You know, I had the cover for the longest time. The plastic cover had a big size crack in it.
Right.
And I was like, I know I can part this thing out. I've literally made about $300 in parts.
No kidding.
I just sold the motor for it for $25 shipped.
Holy crap.
The best selling the item that sold first, you know, it's got little rubber feet.
Like I said, I had a Techniques turntable.
It's got the 4 feet that go up under the bottom.
Exactly, like the little rubber ones that are like kind of adjustable so you can balance it.
I got $49 plus shipping for 3 of them. That was the first thing that sold.
Congratulations. That's great.
I was surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you watch Beth Reseller Rowboat, but she parts a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I had her own.
I wish I was handy. I mean, that's where I want to get into the hard goods. I'm sick of these clothing because I don't know women's clothing. You know, when I first got started, I tell people I got into it because Lindy Glenn was promoting, you know, buy women's jeans, and Prof Sales promoting buy women's jeans. So I was getting for $1 a pair, but some of this stuff is a year and a half, 2 years old, 2.5, not 2 years, 2 years old.
What? How are you shipping? Are you shipping in padded flat rate?
Padded flat rate, yeah. Now, I mean, you can mess around with them. Some of them will be under a pound, but especially now with the, hey, Adrian, thanks for joining us. But now with the regional shipping, it's probably the same almost to ship it with the padded flat rate.
I mean, it keeps your process simple.
That's why
you don't wait. You slap it in a padded flat rate and you ship it.
That's why I liked them back in the day. They were easy to store. I bought these again, rookie mistake. I bought these big, huge IKEA crates on wheels, the clear ones with the lids, which they're just too big. But I mean, they're easy to store. I mean, I would put, and again, when I first started, I put like 40 or 50. So then I'd be hunting through the bin. It's like, this is ridiculous. So now I would cut it down to like 25 per bin. And like I said, I just have I have them here because I'm doing my inventory. Well, I have my inventory right here. I'll show you. Just fold them up, and they go in the Walmart bread bags. And then I put the again, this has to be redone, but I'll put like, you know, B-3 on this. And then it goes in the B bin, and I just lay them flat. So then you stack them up, and they're easy to store. And like you said, they're easy to ship.
Yeah.
Which is the padded flat rate, bing, bang, boom. And if I was more of a progressive and I was doing more volume, I would buy a thermal printer. That would make it even easier. Then it would be it would take you like 3 minutes to ship the things.
Yeah. I got lucky.
By the time I got cut out the label and then, you know, tape it on and everything, that takes like 3 minutes. But if you have a thermal label, it's easy.
I got pretty lucky with my my thermal printer. I found a brother at my thrift store for it. I left the price tag on. I paid $1.99 for it.
Wow.
I was lucky with that.
And it worked.
Brother's been pretty good. It doesn't do the, I don't know what size.
The ones for like Amazon for the FBA?
It doesn't do the small ones like that, and it doesn't do the larger ones either.
Okay.
It does like a 4x6 continuous.
Okay.
And it just cuts it off. I have it cut it off at 7 inches.
Now, again, you're a technical guy. You're a programmer, and again, eventually, God willing, and the creeks don't rise, I'm going to get a thermal. But I need to ramp up. I'm putting more money in my YouTube business than I am in my reselling business. Which whether I don't know if that's neither here nor there, if it's a good idea or not. But so I'm not making any money. I'm not making any money on the YouTube, and I'm making very little money on eBay. But if I obviously I can ramp up the eBay and make more money.
On your jeans, you said you had a lot of stuff that had been up there for a year or so.
Right.
And you've already got. I assume you're doing flat rate shipping with your padded flat rates at whatever your price is. You're covering the cost.
I take whatever my cost is and I mark it up like $1 above that, and then maybe a quarter because I figure the tape and then the commission because you're paying the fee to eBay. You're paying a 2.9 plus the 30 cents. So basically, I just try to break even on the shipping.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way with shipping. I do flat.
I don't want to take a loss on the shipping. If it costs me $7.75 and I got to pay tape and commissions, and I'm not going to put it up there for $7.75, which some people do.
My approach to shipping is I'm gonna break even across the board.
Right.
I'm gonna have some that I make a couple of dollars. I'm gonna have some that I lose a couple of dollars.
Right.
I would. You said you got $1 or less in most of your pair of jeans, you think?
I have a dollar, and probably 99% of them $1.
Have you considered running some of your older ones in an auction? Start them at $2.
It didn't work.
Do it.
I've started them at like $3.99, $4.99. I mean, I know you can start them at $1.99, but
right.
I just had one. In fact, I have it in my unsolds. I started. Let me see what it was. I think I started at $3.99, and I had like a buy it now option for I think $8.99. Let me actually see what it is.
What kind of brands do you have? I mean,
well, that's the thing too. Again, when I was first starting, I was probably buying brands that weren't as saleable. But I mean, some of the stuff like I got a beautiful pair of what do they call them? Rock something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Beautiful dark. I mean, gorgeous jeans. I can't sell them for $10. It's like. Again, if I was a woman and they fit me, I would spend $40, $50 for these jeans. That's how nice they are.
Right. I've got a handful of pair. I think I've got 2 pair of Miss Me hanging up in the closet. I haven't messed with. Another thing. Do you have a lot of this? Not a lot. Do you have some that you could lot up in a size?
Well, see, that's my concern. Again, people say that, but again, my experiences, and I've had returns with jeans. Every jean fits differently.
Right.
So I'm concerned if I sell like a pair, 6 pair of size, this for argument's sake, size 10. They're all going to fit differently. So I don't want to ship out something at like, making $1 a pair on a jeans and then cover my shipping and then get a return on 1 or 2 of the pairs. It's like, well, that's not the point. I know a lot of people said that or try to sell them to other resellers. Let me see what this
is. That are jeans the majority of your listings?
Right now they are, yeah. I mean, I have like multiples on like 4 or 5 different things that amount to like maybe 20 items, and then I probably have like another 50 jeans listed, and I have like another 30 that I need to list. So I have like roughly like 100, a little over 100 items that I need to get up total. My goal is eventually to have about 250, 300 saleable items up.
Right.
But I've been trying to liquidate.
I typically stay around the 200 range.
Right. That's what I like.
To be higher.
Because again, I'm not in this. I'm in this to basically. I tell people to cover basically my medical, not my expenses, but my premiums.
Right.
My premiums are going to be over $400 a month. Between my Medicare, my 2 supplemental plans are like $400 a month. So if I can make $400 to $500 gross profit a month, I mean that's not a lot. You're talking maybe $150 a week in sales.
Right.
If I get the right.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Okay.
I wasn't watching the chat, and Tiffany had said hello. Same
Oh,
thing.
okay. Because I'm on my eBay page. I'm trying to figure out this this brand that I had on auction when I had it at. Arizona Jean Company. I know it's not like a fancy one. Size 5, so it's a 30-inch waist, 27-inch length. And I had it at $4.99. Started at $4.99. I had 13 views and no bids. And I had $8.99 shipping, which basically covered my shipping.
Are you getting views? What's your average number of views? And that's over. All right, let me ask you this: how long?
That was a 5-day auction. So I only had 13 views. See, my whole thing is that, and again, I've said this in my show before, with this good till cancel stuff, if you don't list, it pulls your whole store down.
What store level do you have?
Basic.
Basic, which is the 50 or the 250?
250. Yeah, I don't
250.
have, yeah.
And you've got 100 items,
right?
Roughly.
Roughly.
I've had good luck with ending my auctions every 5 to 7 days. Not auctions, I'm sorry, my listings. And restart.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start doing that. I only have one that's ending today, but like you said, you could end early. Things are early.
We've seen that you do get a bump in traffic.
Really? Okay. Well, like I said, I mean, again, I tell people 90% of what I've learned is from Casey. I mean, I followed Lindy Glenn back in the day and Prof Sales, and I follow Craigslist Hunter, and I follow Steve Rake and Profit, and I used to follow Bonafide Hustlers when he was on a lot, but he's just been doing recorded videos now, and he seems like I don't know what he's doing, but he's not on as much as he used to be. So I mean, he's a knowledgeable guy. I just don't really follow him as much as I used to. So basically, like I said, I follow Casey and a handful of others, my friends. I'll check on their shows. So, but 90% of what I've learned, like the technical stuff I've learned about reselling, I learned from Casey because I've been doing this for over 3 years now.
Right. Well, it's gotten to the point where it's no longer a list it and forget it platform.
Exactly.
You've got to be active. Number one with listing, but you've also got to, tweak prices. You got to make modifications, especially in my opinion, especially with the good till cancel now.
Yeah.
Your views drop off after a period of time.
Oh yeah, because eBay sees it as a stale item. Because if you have something up for 4 or 5 months and you're not, like I say, the views start dropping off, and then they drop you in the rankings. I mean, my rankings are low to begin with because I'm not doing volume. I tell people, if I get a best offer, or if I make a sale, or I respond to a best offer, I'll get like another sale that week, or another, like maybe 2 or 3 sales. But if I don't have any activity and I'm not listing, I don't know anything. So it's a function of Cassini, like you said, seeing activity on the account.
Yeah.
So.
Don the Bargain Hunter said, I have way too many lower end things. I assume he means things. It's tough, you gotta, it depends on what you have available to buy. I've got some lower end listings too.
Well, yeah, you need to mix it up, right?
I went to a box of stuff. I picked up a tote one day, and usually when I sit down to list, I just grab a tote and I'll work through that tote. It doesn't matter what it is. I try not to discriminate on what tote I pick up, and
well, the idea with that is you don't have a system per se. You don't have like what I'm saying? I try to list things.
I don't have my unlisted stuff organized as far as all my certain kind of items going to certain kind of bin.
Right. That's something that helps me. Like if I'm going to list jeans, I want to batch them. I want to batch, 10 pair of jeans. I may not list all 10, but I'll take pictures of 5, then I'll list 5. I'll take pictures of another 5, then list 5. Right. To me, again, I'm slow to begin with, so it's just maybe I can do it again because I'm always adjusting pictures. I bought a couple of different new apps for my phone. Eventually, I'm going to get a mirrorless camera, but something decent. It's like with a lens and everything. If I want to use it for YouTube, it's like $1,000.
Wow.
Yeah, so something decent.
Yeah,
so, I mean, obviously, if I use that, I would get better pictures, and you have low light. You can adjust, again, I don't really know photography. What I understand is you can adjust the lens and use different types of lenses. because I'm always constantly editing the pictures and taking like 6 pictures of the same shot, and then it's like ridiculous.
Don't overthink it. Don't overdo it. I take the best, good enough approach. And I'm not saying what I do is right. I've got an iPhone 8 Plus. I take my pictures with that. I don't do any adjusting. I try and get my light the best I can.
You won't take like 2 or 3 pictures? You just take the one picture and that's it?
Oh no, I take as many as I can. It depends on what the item is.
Well, I'm saying if you take a picture and you look at it, you're not happy, you just use that picture and just edit it in eBay.
Only time I'll take another picture is if it's blurry, if I've moved it or something.
Right.
I think a lot of times you can overthink listing.
True.
Paralysis by analysis kind of deal.
Yep.
Obviously you want to take good pictures but if I'm listing a book, I just sold when I told you earlier I had to pack an item up before I came on. It was a textbook. If I'm taking pictures of books, it's front of the book, back of the book. I may take a picture of the spine and I open it up to a random page and take a picture, and that's it. And that takes
is that eBay or is that FBM on Amazon or what?
That's eBay. I sent them off to FBA at one point and had a lot of long tail stuff, and I ended up pulling it all back.
Right.
I still do pretty well on eBay with books.
I know Dee does a lot, Flipping Particles. She does a lot of FBM with books.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if that's because she does so much volume that it helps. I don't know.
It just depends,
Here's a pair of these Rock Republic.
That's a decent brand.
These aren't as nice as the other ones, but these are a nice pair of jeans. These are I guess Rock Republic's just not a saleable brand.
I think if you're going
size 28. So it's a little smaller. Obviously, it's more like a teen size.
Yeah.
28-inch waist, and it's a stretch waist. Stretches.
I think the standard jean is getting pretty competitive. Right. I think so much on the women's side has gone to I don't even know what it's called, embellished or bejeweled or
right.
Whatever. I think that's the stuff that's probably a little easier to sell.
What's Jameson said? I have a ton of things in my store that should have never bought. Yeah, that's what I have, and I really need to just. And again, I keep saying I live 10 minutes from the city, and I live 20 minutes from Philadelphia. I should really just donate like 30 or 40 pairs of these jeans just to a homeless shelter. I mean, granted, some of them are probably too small because they're obviously smaller sizes. Which again, when I saw them in the beginning, it was like, oh, it's $1. Oh, there are no tears, there are no stains, there's no, and I would just buy them willy nilly,
What is your source? Are you buying from the bins? Are you buying from the?
I was buying them from the Goodwill store. They used to run dollar days. They probably still do.
I know a couple of my thrift stores around town will give you a 10 or 15. I think one of them gave you a 20% off coupon when you donate it.
Okay, so that would be good if I want to buy
hard goods that way, or if that's just certain ones. But
yeah, that's an idea, and I could use it for hard goods.
And when you donate them, you can write that off as donated inventory, or I don't know what the line item would be. But
right. What the heck?
Nice, Danny. The name of my channel came from I'm an Ole Miss fan, University of Mississippi, and
who's an Ole Miss fan?
They do what?
Who is?
I am. Danny May in the chat was talking about the name of my channel. I was just kind of explaining it.
Oh, okay.
The nickname for their defense for a while was called the Land Shark Defense, and I've always liked that, so that's where I got my name.
See that? All this time I thought you were a Jimmy Buffett fan.
I do like Jimmy Buffett. And
Andy, what's Andy's YouTube name? I don't see Andy much on YouTube anymore.
He's dropped in a couple of lives.
He takes phenomenal pictures.
I thought it was funny. He dropped he does that what sold Monday or whatever. It's always got Monday in the title. And he dropped that. He dropped let me go back and look.
What did you do? Drop a link in your group?
No, he dropped a video, and he's like I said, he's always got head picture. He's always got Monday and then making money Monday.
I like that.
So funny. And Andy's great. I love him. He's got good content. His
Absolutely.
pictures are primo on Posh.
Oh my God, he takes the best pictures.
But he dropped a Making Money Monday video on Tuesday. I had to laugh.
Okay.
That's fun.
Sometimes life gets in the way, right?
Yeah.
That's why I was glad I had a doctor's appointment, but it was at 7 a.m. It's like, I'm talking to the nurse. It's like, I'm not really awake right now. She goes, I'm not either because I haven't had any coffee. I said, well, I haven't had any coffee in 2 days. So
I drink my coffee 6 cups at a time.
I
don't even know what size.
Actually, I think you clicked the like on that. Did you see that that listing I had of that tumbler? It was a what's that brand? Not the Yeti. It's a really good brand. I know they're like $15 for a small one at like Ross. They had it for $7.99. Now the only thing was it was 24 ounces and it fits in your cup holder in your car, so it's pretty tall. It's like 17 inches tall.
Oh yeah, this one.
That thing is phenomenal. I actually had a Mercedes. My last girlfriend, her friend of hers was a Mercedes salesman, so he'd given her one, and that was not nearly as good as the one I got here. And I put the link, $7.99. It's like, holy crap! And you get it from Amazon. It's free shipping. I bought 3 of them.
That's not bad.
One for the car, one I get one upstairs, one downstairs. It keeps coffee hot for like 7 hours.
Yep. I'm not the kind of person I can just drink a little small cup of coffee. I'm gonna drink it.
Well, that's the thing too. Now with I had to get carried because when I had my Achilles surgery, I had to be on one floor, so I set up like a mini kitchen upstairs.
Right.
Oh, no problem, Danny. I appreciate you sending a friend request. And I don't know if I don't think I posted the link in my personal Facebook page today, but I did post it on my my group, and I posted it on my Adam's Exploits page. Because I figured this was more of a working hangout, so I didn't want to post it in all the different groups. And I used to post in like 4 or 5 different groups, and now MSP is going away. So Dwayne's stopping the auctions on the 23rd of December. Here's the 23rd. Is that the Saturday? Yeah, 23rd. No, that's November. Let's see. 21st of December.
Huh.
So I don't know how active that group's going to be. So I posted in the reseller group, and I would post it in my group and like 2 others. I got to get together with you, Craig, offline because you told me there's a way to get more views. You said there was something you were doing that was.
Oh, I just working on the search engine optimization stuff on on your videos.
You're using vidIQ.
vidIQ.
Yeah, I use, again, I'm not an expert on it, but I've been using the TubeBuddy. And I'm sure they'll have somebody talking about TubeBuddy at this thing up in Albany.
Yeah, they're both good.
And TubeBuddy, I think I only pay like $25 or $30, and that's a lifetime subscription. Granted, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles. It's just basically a basic lifetime subscription. All right, I got to find this one and then rewrite on here so I can see it better. Yeah, but now I'm looking at some of these jeans, and I realize that I bought like their smaller sizes.
Yeah.
Like I was buying like Gloria Vanderbilt back in the day, and people says, you don't want Gloria Vanderbilt. They don't sell unless they're funky or they're really large sizes. Because the only people that wear Gloria Vanderbilt are like women over 50. So it's like, well, I didn't know. I just saw a good price. Saw $1 and they were in good shape. I bought it.
Yeah.
So this is a B2? Rock Republic.
Oh, see if I can find this.
Did you subscribe to me, Danny? Thank you. Okay. How many hours do you need for being monetized? You need 4,000 watch hours in a rolling year, 365 days. So that's one of the reasons I went. I mean, I typically go live 3 o'clock with my interview show, and I figured it's going to be impossible to get anybody to do an interview, Thanksgiving Eve. I figure a lot of people will be, out and about or baking or traveling or whatever. So I figured let me do this, and at least, I can do it an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. People can pop in and out. And again, I said, if you want to again, I do it all the time for my friends. I have my laptop. I have like a laptop stand on my nightstand next to my bed. So if I'm watching something like it's late at night, like I can't fall asleep, I'll start playing, a video, whomever. It could be a news video. It could be a YouTube video. It could be a reselling video. It could be one of my friends' videos. and I just click play, and then it'll play, and then it just stops when the video's over. And if I'm still awake, Alexis, did you want to join us? Did you want to pop in, or are you busy? Did you want to join? Again, you don't have to converse. You just want to pop in the on the panel. I can send you the link. Keep it at whoever I will let you. The more viewers, the better. That's true. So anyway, so that's why Friday would do this hangout. I could accomplish some work, get some work done, and then it would be like a double whammy. I would keep my watch hours, mostly up, and then get this inventory done and doing some straightening out. And I got a lot of shredding to do. Did you want to join us, Alexis? Or you want to, again, you don't have to be active in the chat. You want to pop on the panel? Alexis is doing a lot of videos, not a lot, but several. She did her first live the other day. That's what you do. You go on Sundays. Yeah, that's 9 cents days. Right. It's good to see you. We're $1 days.
I'm sorry about
that.
Yeah,
Danny, it's 4,000 watch hours in the course of a rolling year. That's fine. You can be in and out. That's why I said that's why I wanted it, because I figured if Craig comes in, you come in. Like, I'm gonna have to run downstairs and finish up my inventory for a little bit. So I will want somebody at least to be on the panel that can basically pop in the chat. It probably won't take me more than 15 minutes. I think I have like maybe 20 jeans down there. I have like maybe 30 up here. They do it too. What for $1? That's what they do, Maga. They do. I think they do was, again, the people used to know the system. It was, I think, if they had it for like for 3 weeks, they had like a color coded system, and they would rotate them through. And if they had it for 2 or 3 weeks and it hadn't sold, then they would be the $1 on Sunday. It would be like 2 colors. But what I noticed with when I was thrifting, when I was more active and I was wanting things back, and I was getting too many large death piles, they started black tagging a lot of things. So they would never go on discount. They weren't allowed to be discounted at all. So they might take something as simple as like a Ralph Lauren polo shirt and make it like $7.99 or $8.99, black tag it. So no matter what, it would never be discounted. So I mean, not that Ralph Lauren polo shirts are the be all end all anymore, but so.
I think that's something you have to be picky on. You got to look for that odd pattern or that odd whatever.
Exactly. Yep. Ugly sells, right? Alexis, let me send you a link before I forget to do it. I'll get involved with chatting and I'll forget to send you a link. Let me send you a link. Yeah, and again, things that I like. Again, you don't want to sell things that you like. You want to sell things that people want to buy. Just because I like Ralph Lauren polo or I like Nautica doesn't mean that other people like it.
And I think it takes a conscious effort on your part, not your part, but whoever's buying stuff on their part, to, because your eyes are trained to look at stuff that you like.
Exactly.
And I really had a hard time with that when I first started going out and buying stuff like this. And I really had to think. I don't, because immediately I was going straight to electronics and just going, forgetting about everything else.
Right, right.
But also on that same note, you usually like what you know.
Okay, Alexis. Why do I have 6 Alexises in my? Okay. Oh my word! I gotta see which one is you.
Are you still working on hours, Adam?
Yeah, I'm at like 3,100.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
I'll
run your playlist at some point. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were.
No problem. Alexis, I'm just going to put in the chat because I don't know why when I pulled it up I had like 5 Alexises in my Facebook. I'm just going to put it. So Alexis, I'm going to put it again. I got to be careful with this. I'm going to put it in the chat. So you tell me as soon as you get it, I'll just delete it immediately.
I've never heard of Nashville, North Carolina.
Nashville, North Carolina.
I did not know that there was a Nashville, North Carolina.
There you go, Alexis. Let me know when you get that link, and I'll delete it.
I'm going to save myself a little money. I really thought this was actually, I said the motor. It was the transformer part off of that turntable. And I really thought it was right at a pound. It ended up being 14 ounces. So North Carolina. priority.
Did you mute your chat, Alexis?
Hi.
What's up?
Do you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Let me know when you get that link, and I'll just. Yeah, you have to mute your chat.
I'm going to save myself a little money.
Sorry.
I really
Rookie
thought
mistake.
this was actually, I said
Rookie mistake, exactly.
we've all made that mistake.
Why can't I?
Is that better?
Yes.
Cool.
Huh?
I'm actually at my sister's house today.
Oh, okay.
I'm watching my niece. She's got special needs. Her name's Abigail. I don't know if you can see her back there. She's hiding.
Okay.
So this is my work today, but
okay.
yeah.
We got to do what you got to do. Like I tell people, sometimes life gets in the way. So
Yeah, exactly. So what Danny May was asking, I think it was how many hours do you have left before you are monetized?
Oh, it's a rolling year, 365 days. The last I checked, I was at 3,100.
So you need how many left? 9?
Yeah, but again, it's a rolling year, so I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, I still have the 2 big ones. I still have the Casey one from eBay Open, so that was end of July.
Mm-hmm.
And I had Katie and Vicky one. That was a large viewership and watch hours. And that was, when was that? October? I think October.
Yeah, I should have.
It's a rolling year. So I mean, if I don't get it before say July, well, I mean July's a long time from now, but I'll lose that large watch hour chunk. I should have it by then. I'm gonna start doing more of these just because I have to. I mean, not that it's the be all and end all. Back in the day, I was like, oh, I got to get the 1,000 watch hours so I can go live, on my mobile. But then they said, okay, well, you can use StreamYard's OBS, which was a little complicated. But now apparently there's other softwares you can use to go live on your mobile. But do you what kind of again? You don't have to give me the details, Alexis. But what kind of health issues does your niece have?
Oh, well, no, that's fine. She has Mowat-Wilson syndrome.
What is that?
Yeah, it's extremely rare. It's a genetic disorder. So she has a mutation in 1/2 of one of her genes. So it's just that small. But she has she used to be failure to thrive, but she has a G-tube now. So that has helped. She's put on a lot of weight in the past 1.5 to 2 years. She's happy-go-lucky. She doesn't talk. Nice. She doesn't walk, but she's nonverbal, I should say. But she does communicate.
Wow.
And she's 100% there. She just can't express it the way that we do.
Yeah, that's tough.
So yeah, that's right. I nailed nailed it on the head, right?
So she understood what you were saying, yeah.
Yeah, I talked to her just like I talked to you.
Okay, she just can't express her feelings, verbally to you.
Right, like she doesn't speak English. She speaks Abby.
Okay, so, you probably understand some of Abby too, so that's good.
Yeah, she makes herself very clear, like whether she's happy or not. She, you know it. So, I gotta grab my phone.
Yeah, it's again, if you don't watch Joy, Be the Difference Clothing, super lady. Evenings usually 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. Really positive person, and give you guys an example. I had to have a ultrasound done yesterday. And I was at the Cooper Hospital, not the hospital, but like the regional facility. And some of the things I saw there was like, oh my God, as bad as I have it. There's this poor man there. I just came out of the ultrasound room, and this man is like bent over like the water fountain, and he has a woman and a man helping him. And I could see his pants are like halfway down to the ground, and he's flaring and he's carrying on, and it's like, oh my God, this poor guy. And I just from, I tried to get right past him and not look, because that's, it's embarrassing. I didn't want to look at the poor guy. So, so now I'm pulling out in the traffic, and the poor guy is outside. He's naked. he's naked and these people are trying to get his clothes back on.
Wow.
It's difficult with,
Yeah.
especially mobile mental health issues. Like I've worked with in the health field with the mentally and physically disabled for years. And that's part of why I got into reselling, is because my body can't take it anymore.
Right.
And so what got me into it was when she was born.
Sure.
That was like 21 years ago. You're 21 now, I think. Yes. And it's difficult, especially when they're mobile, because they have their own rights, they have their own wishes, but at a certain point, it's a huge human rights issue, especially right now, because they're fighting in the court systems to find out at what point does the caregiver, she does at school, Jameson's closet, yes. How old am I? I am 34. I'll be 35 in February. And so the human rights issues that are involved with that are so immense, because, you know, the people who have, say, guardianship over someone who is an adult autistic individual, their parents or their guardian has a say over, thank you, Maggie, has a say over whether or not they're even able to date, you know, what clothes they're allowed to wear. And, you know, there are people out there advocating for the fact that those people have those rights too. So it's a very fine line. Like with her, it's easier because she makes it very clear what she does and does not want to do. You know, I had to take her blood pressure this morning, for example, and the first time that I tried to take it, she was completely non-compliant. But I told her, I said, listen, I'm going to have to keep doing this until I get a reading. And so the second time that I did it, she relaxed enough to just let the cuff do the work. So she's good 99% of the time, and when she's not, she's sick. So I don't know. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent. Sorry, guys.
That's fine. That's why, like, again, I have a lot of resellers that follow my channel that have physical or mental disabilities, or they stay home to take care of their children that have special needs. Or I mean, that's life. I mean, that's why a lot of people are in reselling. You know, I told people I got hurt at my job. I was working retail. I got hurt, and then I didn't have any money coming in, so I had to do something. So now I do it more to keep my mind busy, because, you know, you hear stories. And again, I'm obviously too young to be retired, but you hear stories about people that are retired and they waste away because they're not doing anything. So, and that's why I do the YouTube, and that's why I do reselling, to keep my my mind active. And I like learning. I mean, I've always liked learning, I guess, because I told people in the chat before that my mother and father were both school teachers, and my sister's a school teacher. So it's in the gene to like to learn and like to help other people. So that's why I do the YouTube, and that's why I do the reselling, to keep busy. Yeah.
Well, personally, I use YouTube almost like a form of therapy for myself, because I am a tad agoraphobic. So for me to even put myself out there like I am right now, I get these small heart palpitations, but I force myself to do it so that, you know, I still can go out in the world and function when I have to.
Right.
And, you know, because I can't just stop my life.
No.
It's helped more than I've even realized, because I've been able to go out and do some sourcing without having to lean on somebody to be there with me.
Right.
So for me to be able to go out by myself it's huge. Like I stopped working because my panic attacks got so bad, and I could have pushed through the physical disabilities because those come and go.
Right.
But the emotional and mental disabilities are just so overpowering that all of it together kind of like it was the trifecta. So
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and there was another gentleman when I was waiting. And again, it's hard to tell because he had some kind of neurological issue, and he again, I couldn't tell how old he was, but he looked like he was in his 30s or 40s, and he was functional, but he wasn't like fully functional. He had a full-time aide with him. So I mean, and he was wearing his Philadelphia Eagles gear from head to toe. So I mean, obviously, he carrying family members that they were taking care of him. But
Yeah.
again, it's like I've told people the story how I have issues with my health and walking. Between my two Achilles, I had the one surgery and the other one's bad. And then I pulled up to do some retail arbitrage at a store that buys bulk clothes or whatever. Not that I want to buy clothes, but I go looking for myself, and I figured if there's some sporting type things like local sports teams, they're discounted. I can pick them up. And there was a gentleman that got out of his car and he was hobbling. It's like I said, "Oh, which one? Poor guy. What's wrong with him?" Here he didn't have both of his legs. So I don't know if he, was from military or what, but here I'm complaining about my two bad Achilles. This poor man doesn't have his legs.
Right, and but you also can't diminish what you experience within yourself and in your own life as well, in comparison to anyone else. Because
Right.
I'll use Abby as an example. Is I go out to the malls and stuff because she loves to go shopping. I'll go out to the malls and stuff with her, and you see pity on people's faces, but the thing is that she, first of all, she doesn't know anything else,
Right.
and secondly, she has probably the most gilded life of any person I've ever met, and she's happy all the time.
Right.
So it's impossible for me to look at these people and say, you don't get it, because that would just be rude. But they don't get it because they don't know it, they don't live it.
Right.
But a lot of times, you look at somebody and you think that they would be perfectly normal, but they are going through all kinds of misery inside, and you can't judge. I really truly believe you cannot judge what you see. You can only judge what you live and what you know.
Right. Well, that's why you do inventory. I just found a pair of jeans that were folded up and in a bag, and I don't have them listed.
Nice.
Then once they got in
Better to find that than just the opposite.
Pardon me?
Better to find that than the opposite. You sell something and can't find it.
Yeah, well, that's the main reason I'm doing the inventory, because I've had that happen.
I try to do it about one.
It's very nice to officially meet you.
Me too. I try and do inventory about once a month, if not.
Yeah, that often. That's good.
But I've only got 200 listed items. I've got 3 or 4 totes.
Right.
So it's not too bad.
And you have a lot of hard goods too, I guess, which makes it easier to inventory.
Yeah, I've got one tote of clothing, one tote of shoes. Which my shoes, I've almost sold all my shoes.
Oh, really?
Shoes are interesting. I went through a phase about, like you were talking about, women's jeans. I have a hard time with women's stuff, period. Just because I don't know the styles well enough,
Right. That's my
My
problem.
wife go, well, if I pick something up that looks good to me, like I don't know if it's Bjorn or whatever that the brand is that makes some nice shoes. But I'll pick them up and look at them. My wife's like, "That's not an in style. You don't need to buy those."
Really?
I just don't know.
Style. It's like, yeah,
from a woman's perspective.
right. Well, you would think the brand, you wouldn't know the styles dependent upon the style.
Yeah.
Huh.
I've got about a half a tote of unlisted women's shoes that I've done real well with, like boots and
boots. Okay.
It's a lot easier to know style with women's shoes when it comes to like tennis shoes. So I've tried to, move towards that direction a little bit.
Right.
Not the typical white with the blue New Balance logo or anything like that, but just the more colorful stuff.
Right.
I have an awful time trying to move shoes.
I don't want to say mine move fast. I think that I've got one of those little smaller totes. I think the most I ever had in it was 3/4 full. I'm down to like 3 pair. I think the overall key to selling anything is just finding the right, finding good items and pricing them right.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
that's the thing. Finding good items. Like I said, you could have things priced right. If it's not a saleable item, it's not going to sell.
Exactly.
I mean, I say, oh, that's a great pair of jeans. Like you said with your wife with the shoes. It's like, oh, it's a great pair of shoes, and your wife's like, no, that's not in style. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I think
a good brand of shoes at a good price. Like, oh, there you go. I wouldn't know.
That's why I have a hard time with people getting so caught up in, oh, I've got 1,000 listings, got about 1,500 listings, got 3,000 listings. Well,
yeah, but
how much of that is sellable? How much of those are good items?
Exactly.
I would a lot rather have 200, 250 items, really good items with good margins than have 5,000 items.
Right.
I'd be fine with 100 replenishable items that I made decent money on.
Well, I was talking about Bonafide Hustler, and that was his. I don't know if he's still doing it.
Yeah.
He wanted to get around 2 to 250.
Yeah.
Really saleable items that are like, X amount of dollars. Average selling price, maybe $40, $50. That was his goal, to get 250 active, have like a $40 and above active selling price, just keep rotating through them. But, he's in Austin, so he can find stuff like that. Apparently, they have really good thrifting and all.
I primarily hit one. I've got 2 thrift stores that are 5 minutes. They're about 2 minutes apart, and they're 5 minutes down the road.
That's nice.
That's my primary source. I mean, I keep an eye on auctions and stuff, but I just don't have any luck.
Right. Are you doing any online arbitrage?
When I can. I'm just not real big into it. I don't have the cash flow to drop on a bunch of stuff. I'll definitely check clearance aisles and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, that's why I mentioned the Walmart app. That was a godsend, because I used to go crazy shopping clearance at Walmart. I said you find stuff, it was all like strewn all over the place, and you didn't know what the price was. And then you go look for a scanner, and then you couldn't find a scanner. You finally find a scanner. The scanner was broken. Now you just have the app on your phone, and you make sure you log into the store's Wi-Fi, and bing, bang, boom. Makes things a lot easier. I actually used Sam's. I mean, I used to always use. I feel guilty because I used to work retail, and I used to work wholesale sales, 2 retail stores. I used to try not to shop Walmart because of their whole concept of building these super centers and then putting all the little guys out of business, and then if it didn't work for them, they would just close the store down. But they have so few checkouts anymore, and we get these long lines that I would use the self checkout. So I had their credit card, and I got an email and said, if you check out on using our in-store app, check out on your phone, you're going to get a 5% credit. I said, all right. So I spent like, $35, $40. So that's like $2 I'm going to get back in store credit. So $2 is $2. And then they had these kiosk things where you get free samples. I try to work every angle I can. So I get a free sample like fabric softener, and it says you give us your email address, you get a free Sam's Club fountain soda. I said, all right. So I did that. So I got my 89-cent soda and I got my $2 credit towards my account.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, right?
That's just being smart.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to run for a little bit. I got to go to the post office and take a rental car back. But if you're still on in a little bit, I'll jump back on.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Craig.
Yeah, I'll let you in a little bit.
All right.
I'm still here, Adam.
That's all right. I'm looking at these jeans that weren't listed. Good thing I did my inventory.
I just gotta make some eggs. I'm sorry. What?
No, so I'm looking at these jeans that I didn't have listed. I must have bagged them up from upstairs and I just never. I put them in a pile to be listed and take pictures, and I never did it. Or it got deleted somehow from my drafts.
Hey, that happens.
Yeah.
I just remembered this morning that I have, I think it's a Moen faucet.
Oh, nice.
Brand new in box. I bought it for an old place that I was at and never ended up using it. And I just realized this morning I haven't listed it. It's been sitting there for how long now? I don't even know. Huh, gotta run comps on that. I gotta go put your eggs in there. Yeah.
You checked the chat. I was busy with this, and I haven't checked the chat right. Who's out there to clean off tags? Yeah, I had an issue, Don. I had an Eagles. I bought clearance. I was talking about that store that I went to that I do my retail arbitrage sometimes, and then when I was having issues with my feet, and I saw this poor guy with no legs. I was outside of this particular store, and I buy retail arbitrage sometimes there. Athletic, like T-shirts. They call them they call them. They call them not the jersey, but it's a T-shirt jersey. There's a short name for it, whatever. So I bought the Philadelphia Eagles one, and I had bought like 5 or 6 of them. And one was I think it was a Nike? No, it was a Reebok. The other ones were like NFL's team or whatever. So the one that sold was an NFL team, and I go to remove the tag, and I had like 3 stickers on the manufacturer's tag. And I pulled the one sticker off. I pulled the other sticker off, and it pulls off part of the tag where it says, NFL team apparel. That's a son of a gun. So I mean, I cleaned it up with with a little bit of alcohol, with the residue, the ink residue. But then I couldn't obviously repair that. So
No.
So I'm hoping that I don't get a return because I think somebody had questioned about the tag. Whether it has had new with tags, I said it's new with tags. I said, but it does have a little, wear and tear, and that's before I actually took off the price sticker.
I'm sure that any reasonable human being would see that that's what happened, but not everybody's reasonable, Adam.
Well, that's the thing, and what I could have done is cut off like the bottom half of the tag, but then it would have been legit. It was like the bag tag where it has like the holographic insignia was fine. It's the front part when it'll say like Team NFL and then has like the logo of the NFL and then it says Team. I think it says Team Apparel, and the apparel part was the part that was ruined. It's like, well, I could cut off the bottom of the tag. I'll just leave it and hope I don't get a return. If I get a return, I'll just say from like $2 or $3 off, and if they say no, I'll just say just keep it.
Oh yeah, I mean, do you offer free shipping returns?
No.
Well, I agree.
Something like that would be an INAD. They would say, well, I would have sold it as a gift. I'd sell it, use it as a gift, and the tag was damaged, so I would have to eat that no matter what. So
I'd give it as a gift still. I wouldn't care, but
well, like I said, you could either give it the way it is, because I mean, obviously, if somebody would remove the tag, more than likely they probably would have torn the sticker off, or they could, like I said, do what I was going to do, is cut off the bottom part of the sticker, and it would look fine, the tag.
Exactly.
But we'll see. That was like a week ago, but it was going to Washington State, so we'll see what happens. What were you saying, Don? If you have take a red marker and write over it and then wipe it off. Huh. Okay. What are you guys talking about?
Guess what? You're not moving.
I want the tag, but I don't want the red marker on it. Take a red marker and write over it. Write, like write R-I-T-E over it, and then wipe it off. I know. I've seen some of the Katie and Vicky videos where they say, like, they'll put like the price of something on the bottom of the sneaker, and they'll write over it somehow and try to make it look like an item SKU. I don't know if that would work. Obviously, you would have to disclose that in your listing, if that would work or not. But it's an option, I guess. And then you use that Gooby Gone, and then half the time, because that's oil based, it ruins the tag anyway. At least from my experience. All right, so that's good. I found something that wasn't listed. Slowly but surely. So I put this in a separate pile. This has to be pictures taken and listed. Should be able to get that done. Scroll up to your original question. Yeah, that's the problem with StreamYard. Sometimes it doesn't show everything. Oh, there it is. Okay. Brand new pair of girl shoes, 12.5 size from Nordstrom. Original tag on it had crossed out with a red ballpoint pen. Wondering how to get the ink off. Okay. Now, Don said to use red magic marker. Huh. I never heard that before. You try that, Don? You use red magic marker, and how do you remove that? I would think if you use like alcohol or Gooby Gone, it would just kind of smear it. Again, I don't know. I've never tried that. A dry rag. Okay, so the red marker will take off the ink. If you just wipe it off with a dry rag, it might be something. I mean, I have old tags. I mean, this is from my. Okay, this is what I'll show you guys. Let me just highlight myself here. Like you can, I don't know if you can tell. You can see that. Let's see how this tag is on here, and this I had to tear this off. Again, this is my personal stuff. I got a pair of shorts I paid $1 for them. Let's see how this tag is like tearing off, and then it would tear off the back of this. Would tear off the back of this tag. Red ink, right? Now I might just try that as an experiment. Try to get a white tag and do that. Just right on with. I know I have red pens here somewhere. Do that, and I don't know if I have red marker though. That's good. That's a good. Might be a good thing to experiment doing that. All right, so now I got to have an area where I'm going to do things that weren't listed. Yeah. All right. Okay. Hi, Lisa. Happy Thanksgiving. Eve to you as well. Yeah, I'm not doing anything for Thanksgiving. So I had a doctor's appointment this morning. The doctor said, what do you do for Thanksgiving? I said, well, unfortunately, nothing. And then I got into a little bit of personal, not to get all the details. I have a very small family. It was my my sister, my nephew, and myself. And I found out inadvertently that my nephew has passed, and he was only 25 years old. So that was kind of upsetting that I was never informed that my nephew passed. But unfortunately, like they say, you can choose your friends, you can't choose your family. So I'm walking out of the doctor's. It's like I was like half encouraged, and I got all emotional when I started thinking about my nephew passing. But so anyway, I'm spending Thanksgiving home alone. I'm going to work on my eBay, and we have convenience stores here. They're basically I guess from upstate New Jersey down through like Maryland area. And then there's some in Florida now called Wawa, and they do a Thanksgiving sandwich or a bowl, and they call it the gobbler. So basically, it's stuffing, cranberry sauce, and turkey. So what you can do is you can get a sandwich, or we call them a hoagie. You guys might call them a submarine or a hero, whatever. So you can get a sandwich, or you can get it in a bowl. So I would just say, what the heck? There's one like 5 minutes away, and just eat that. I have a frozen turkey breast, but that's another hassle. Thanks, Maggie. Yeah, it's tough, and not to get in a lot of details, but I had someone that was helping me with my channel at one point, my YouTube channel. And we became pretty friendly. And the holidays are tough when you don't really have family. That's one of the reasons we are not partners anymore in this channel, because she felt it wasn't beneficial, but she didn't want to talk to me during the holidays. So anyway, Thanksgiving especially is difficult for me because I feel like Thanksgiving is more of a family holiday. I mean, I used to love Christmas, because you get gifts, you exchange gifts, and it's fun to see people's faces light up when you get them gifts. But to me, Thanksgiving was more like getting the family together and it just enjoying each other's company. So when you don't really have family, it's difficult. But I shall work on my eBay business and straighten up around the house and watch some football and maybe get myself one of those gobblers. So that's how I'm spending Thanksgiving. So. That's right, Maggie. You know all about Wawa. I love when they do the classic hoagies for $5, $4.99. So I like they have a roasted chicken hoagie. Again, I'm calling them hoagie. That's a Philadelphia region. We call them hoagies. They call them heroes, grinders, subs in other regions. But it's like I guess about 11 inches. And I get the roasted chicken, and I put some roasted peppers on there, and I put some lettuce and tomato in. I usually get like an aioli sauce. It's really good. Hi, Sally. Thanks for joining us. Oh, Philadelphia Eagles are lying. I'm not going to watch that. I'm disgusted with my Philadelphia Eagles. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Like I was telling you guys, if you're just entering the chat, the whole thing with YouTube is you got to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in a calendar year. And I typically do my live stream on Wednesday afternoons at 3 p.m. Eastern. I just find it to be really difficult to get a guest for Thanksgiving Eve. So I decided to do this hangout, and a lot of people do hangouts. So people can come and go. And if you're doing your listings, or if you're baking or preparing your Thanksgiving, you can just leave my the video playing in the background, and you can just pop in from time to time. I know, like Craig was in earlier, joined us in the live stream. He popped out to do some shipping or something. He said he's going to pop in back later. But it helps with the watch hours. I didn't want to lose like a whole week's worth of watch hours. And not that AdSense is a big deal. That's where you get like a small commission basically for if people watch your ads. But I didn't want to lose those hours I had accumulated.
Yeah, when you're working.
You've never had to wash mashed potatoes? I bought. Oh, that reminds me, Maggie. Have you ever been? Again, you were up in this area. Have you ever been to Sprouts? That's a neat store. They have a lot of organic vegetables. I had a doctor's appointment of Voorhees, so that was in Marlton. So I went over there this morning, and I bought two nice sized cauliflowers. So, hey, Anthony. So I make the when I was on the South Beach diet, I learned about the faux mashed potatoes. So basically, hey Donatella. So you take the cauliflower, and you steam the cauliflower, and then you put it in a container or a bowl, whatever. You put a little bit of butter, a little bit of dairy product. You can put non-dairy, obviously, if you're allergic to dairy. And then you use one of those wine blender things, and you blend it up, and it tastes. I mean, it does taste like mashed potatoes, but it does taste bad. And you can put salt and pepper if you want. So it's pretty tasty. Exactly. You have coworkers, right? So especially this time of year, like I said, a lot of people might be traveling or whatnot, but so even if they want, they can listen in the car as they're traveling. So I told you guys doing inventory. I found that one pair of jeans that wasn't listed, so I keep working on my jeans, and I will say hi periodically. You were in Marlton the other night at Sagemore's. Yeah, I haven't been to Sagemore in forever. I used to go to that what is there? LL Bean. But again, with my health issues, I gained a lot of weight, so that LL Bean really doesn't have my sizes. They basically 2X is like the largest size they carry. But that's what I was telling the doctor this morning. My pain doctor's like, I really want to get healthy. I know I'm not going to be 100%, but I really want to be able to get back to the gym and start doing some kind of exercising. All right. Oh yeah, you definitely want to check out Sprouts. And there's an app, and then there's you can download the app on your phone, Maggie, which I do. And then obviously you can go, online, do Google search for Sprouts. They used to have really, really, really good sales when they first opened. They've been open, I guess, for like 3 months now. They still do good sales. I treated myself to cashews. They had roasted whole cashews, not the bits and pieces, for $5.99 a pound, which is a pretty good price. Then I got the Turkish apricots, the dried apricots, $2.99 a pound. That's a pretty good price too. And then I got the two heads of cauliflower. So I was going to go to Trader Joe's. Well, you obviously know about Trader Joe's, but Trader Joe's is always nuts, especially around the holidays. A little tickle here.
Yeah.
I always thought these Page jeans were a really good pair of jeans to sell, and kind of for over a year. I guess it's a bad size because this pair of jeans are just not selling. I think I have them reduced down to like $9 or $10 plus shipping. Must be a bad size. And of course, when I tear the bag, I have to put a new bag on it. I mean, they're distressed a little bit, but you would think they would sell it. I put distressed because they're a smaller size. They're size 28. Oh yeah, and parking's difficult too at Trader Joe's, and I'm always afraid I'm gonna get like an accident in the parking lot of Trader Joe's. Maggie, have you been to the Cake Boss's bakery there? I've never been in there. I mean, I know he's been having some financial problems, so I don't know how much longer it's going to be there. They've closed a couple of his stores up. They still have the Marlton one.
Ready?
These are the old, they used to call them bread bags, the Walmart Great Value. Now, I don't know what they call them now, but I use them for my jeans, and I just fold up the jeans, put them in there, and I write the location number, and then fold them and then put them in my bins. All right, Mr. Page or Mrs. Page or Miss Page, where are you hiding on here? C5.
Adam.
Yes.
Do you run, or are you going to run sales for Black Friday?
I did. I said that earlier. I'll probably start them late tonight. I'm going to do the Casey. A year or two ago, there was a big brouhaha over that, whether you should run sales and artificially inflate your prices and then reduce them. Well, I mean, 90% of the stores do that.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a jeweler that advertises in this area. I mean, I don't know how true it is, but supposedly he has like competitive prices all the time. And he talks about his competition, especially around the holidays. and they'll say they're advertised 70% off. So is there well, what do they do? They mark a $300 ring up to $1,000 and then take 70% off and sell for $300, and that ring might not even be worth $300, but they say they're giving you 60 or 70% off.
Yeah.
So most of my items are again, other than some of my newer items, I have them like, you know, a couple, $2-3 to play with, but pretty much everything else I have at my bottom line.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a bulk edit because then I don't have a lot of listings. I'm going to do a bulk edit, raise things like 30%, and then well, maybe I'll do a dollar amount because some things I'm at like $5.99, $4.99. So you raise them 30%. What's that? $1.50. So I might just raise everything like $3-4.
Yeah.
Do like a 20%, or I think I'd do at least a 25% wholesale. So maybe I'll just do like I don't know, raise everything 30% and then do a 25% wholesale. And I'll run it probably through Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
A lot of people are on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday are online shopping. So whether they'll be on eBay or not, I don't know.
I'm sorry. What was the last part?
I said a lot of people do their, online shopping this weekend.
Right.
Whether it'll be on eBay or not, I don't know. But I mean, people will be online shopping. That's for sure.
Yeah. I'm cheeky. I raised mine 50% and I put them on sale for 30% with a $10 codeless coupon for purchases of $50 or more.
Oh, you do a codeless coupon? I've never even done a codeless coupon.
Yeah, it's under the promotions manager. I found it.
It's under the promoted what?
Under the promotions manager.
Under promotion tab? Okay.
Yeah. So I figured.
So what's that? If they spend a certain amount of dollars, they can get the $10 coupon?
Right. You can do it per say if they bought 3 items, they get $10 off or 10% off. Or if they buy a certain dollar amount, then they can get a certain percentage off. It's up to you. Like once you get in there, you'll see the settings, and it'll show you exactly. Like you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, once I get, like I said, I'm trying to liquidate a lot of stuff. Once I get it, like everything up and running properly, I probably would definitely do that. Especially this time of the year, you try to get multiple purchases, and that's the thing. Right. I know Beth does. I don't know. I guess she does it on eBay. She talked about it before. Got her on Danny. Okay. Fingernail polish worked. Got her on, but the dab of fingernail polish works on the ballpoint pen, red ink. Have fun. See you guys later. Okay, Danny. If I don't see you, have a good Thanksgiving. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.
Bye, Danny.
All right. Let me see if I can find these now. Why am I not finding these jeans? Don't tell me I don't have these listed either. It's good I'm doing this inventory. If I have an extra 15 or 20 items plus whatever I have. These might have been ones that I pulled down because they weren't selling. I never relisted them. Sometimes you'll pull something down and you put it like in your drafts, and then you'll end up inadvertently deleting your drafts or your expires.
I try not to I try to pay wicked close attention to what I'm checking and what I'm deleting, and because I get paranoid because I put so much time and effort into each thing that I don't want, God forbid, if I have to redo one. My internet connection at my house is so slow that sometimes I'll get halfway through a listing and it will reload and it'll say, "Aw, snap," and it's everything's gone. All of a sudden, just out of nowhere.
Oh, you lose everything? It doesn't save it?
No, because
Oh, that stinks.
Oh my God, I can't even tell you how many times, and it's usually right around where I'm editing pictures. I'll edit a picture and then I'll hit save, and then it'll reload the entire page, but it'll have a glitch, and then It's super frustrating because everything, the title, the description, everything else is gone.
Okay. Well, that's terrible.
Yeah, well, that's why I try to be super, super careful about like not deleting stuff. You done? You want a break? Yeah, you want a break? Okay,
Okay.
that's cool.
See that funny stuff I pulled off and I never relisted. Guess that's a bad thing.
Lucy, if you eat this, I swear. Yeah. All right. Abby, Adam, I will be right back.
Five. Guys, I'll be back in the chat momentarily. If you guys are typing anything, I'll be gonna package this one pair and throw them back in. I think I like it. Well, not the only thing, but I thought jeans were the be all and end all when I first got into reselling because I figured, I can buy them for $1 a piece. They fold up nice in this little package, and I can ship them padded flat rate. It's easy to ship, but they don't sell it. They don't sell it. It doesn't do you any good. Now we're saying, Lisa, that on fabrics, I rinse it off or wipe off other stuff with the damp paper towel. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure there's other there's videos out there, and guys, if you got a YouTube channel, it might be something you might want to do. Is like do a little demonstration of how to remove, magic marker or ink or off the soles of sneakers or off of labels or whatever. So, busy day at the shop, Glenn, or is it kind of a quiet day with day before Thanksgiving? I do not sell on Poshmark. some of these jeans I probably should. My whole issue, Maggie, with Poshmark is the social aspect of it. I have a hard enough time keeping up with the my eBay listings, and like you said, to keep listing and sourcing and selling similar and adjusting things. And to me, again, this is just my impression. A lot of Poshmark is driven by sharing and the social aspect. You just watched one of the Sharpies by Pick and Roll this morning. Okay, I have to get him on my channel. I know somebody recommended. I think it was Kimmy recommended I should have him on my channel, and I just got sidetracked. I got to reach out to him because Pick and Roll is a gentleman that has works in a wheelchair, right? I think he's disabled. I believe that's who that is. Need to reach out to him. You're a little busy, okay? Little busy is better than not busy, Glenn. All right, next pair of jeans. Here, Eddie Bauer that doesn't sell. I guess Alexis, you would know. I guess Eddie Bauer doesn't sell for women's jeans.
You know, I have been having trouble in general selling anything. Like I made a sale this morning just because I accepted an offer that I really wasn't even comfortable accepting just to make a sale. Because I haven't had a sale in I want to say 5 days.
Yeah, I took it. Well, it wasn't too bad of an offer. The guy, what was it? One of my hats or shirt. He offered $3 less than my listing, and I'd already reduced it $3. So
right?
He offered $3 less, and I countered $1 higher. So I think I sold it for $13 with free shipping, and the shipping was almost $5. And I think I paid $5 for the shirt. So I think it was all said and done. I made $1 or $2. But
yeah, I'm lucky because the shirt, I've got no money into the shirt. The shirt was given to me to sell.
Okay.
I don't know how much the shipping's going to be because the sale came in while I was here, and it was listed at 13 and change, and she offered 9. So I was gonna counter, and I was like, I don't even feel like dealing with the hassle.
Deal with it.
I'm like, fine.
I hear you.
I'll just accept it and be done with it. So I don't know. I have a 1-day handling time. Does tomorrow count?
No, it's a holiday.
Okay. So I can mail it out Friday, no problem.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, if it was same day, you would have to do it today. If you had 1 day, you mail it out Friday.
Oh, good. Hi, Swamp Picker. Well, hi, everybody, but sorry.
Reverse them. Take shotgun, shoot them, then drag them behind the car. Glenn, have you seen the muddy ones? They have they're coated in mud, and they were selling Nordstrom's for $80 or $90, something ridiculous.
I think I'm missing something here.
I was talking about the Eddie Bauer jeans, the women's jeans that I have that aren't selling.
Oh.
Glenn says they. I'll put that up there. Stop doing that because I have new comments. Got your living room cleaned up? Oh, Joanne, I'm trying to do an inventory and clean up a little bit of my dining room. I have 4 different areas I use for, fortunately or unfortunately, unfortunately because I'm single, so the house becomes a mess. But fortunately, because I'm single, I can put eBay stuff throughout the house. So I have a spare bedroom that's my picture taking area. Down in my dining room is my work area and my YouTube area. My living room, I have stuff for eBay. My basement, I have stuff in bins for eBay.
It sounds like a dream. It really does.
Well, my goal is to get this inventory done today and get at least this dining room 50% cleaned up. And then tomorrow I can work on I have all these boxes that I was going to not repurpose, but, you know, break them down and stuff. And I keep ordering stuff, and I don't break them down. It's like I got like, I must have 40 boxes in my living room. And probably 10 of them are broken down, and like the other 30 aren't broken down. That's not granted. Some of them are like shipping supplies, like USPS shipping supplies, which I should probably just take them and put them in my garage.
Hey,
get them out of there.
If you got the space, I'm working in above the garage of a 2-car garage that it holds all of my inventory. It holds all of my shipping supplies. It holds all of my office equipment. Everything.
It's all in the one area.
It's all in the one area.
Well, I mean, that's good and bad. It's clutter, but it's all in one area. It's not like morphing and growing into your living area.
No, I hope not. But I mean, at least I still have my bedroom.
Right.
But it's just
Lisa's making
really
pizza.
hard.
Hope it's homemade pizza. I was watching a YouTube show last night, Lisa. They were doing YouTube channel reviews, and one of their channels was a homemade pizza channel. So it looked pretty cool. Apparently, there's a market for people that want to watch people making homemade pizza. Right, Joanna. Right, your living room was like inventory everywhere. You only have 2 crates left. That's congratulations.
Yeah, good job.
Good job, Joanna. Thumbs up. If only we could all already have two crates to list and everything like organized. That's my goal. Like I said, to get this again. I tell you guys, I want to move down to Delaware, so I got to start decluttering and organizing. And I should have done this stuff in the fall, but we didn't. It's weird. We had like rainy weather in the fall, and then it got cold. Then you have like one warm day, like yesterday. I was out raking leaves, which with my health it's difficult, but I spent like 20 minutes raking leaves. So then I got that done. But of course, Thursday is my leaf collection day, so obviously they're not going to collect leaves on Thanksgiving. So I don't know if they're going to collect Friday or I have to wait till next Thursday. eBay's taking over your house. Hey, Amelia, I haven't seen you for a while. I know you're doing your videos. It's like half the time I'm like asleep when you're doing your videos. Thanks for joining us. Have you watched Amelia's channel ever, Alexis?
Yeah, and she has Amelia. You're the one that has the show coming up, live show Friday, right?
She's live show coming up Friday.
I think so. If my memory serves me correctly.
She does a lot of sold videos. That's what I watch. But again, I'm told you guys I'm trying to get out of clothing, and I mean she has some hard goods. But I should probably watch her show to learn about hard goods. Again, that's probably when I should start playing at. I told you guys how I watch things at night. I should probably just start watching her shows and put them on the autoplay and watch the
Wednesday.
Sold.
Oh, okay, I knew I saw something.
Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Okay.
What the heck, Wednesday?
All right, she does the What the Heck Wednesdays, and I do my Reselling Rhythms. But I think she does them later in the evening, right?
Yeah, it's somewhere around like 6 or 7.
Tonight, What the Heck Wednesdays, right. Okay.
Yeah, Wednesday nights, because I'm usually all kinds of burnt toast by then.
Right. You sub to Amelia, Lisa? Okay. So somebody's at 400.
That's awesome. I think I'm at 47.
Let me put I'll put your link in the chat.
Yeah, so 6:30 my time.
I don't know why this stuff gets. Oh, I see what happened because there were 3 shows that I haven't seen yet. There's one that's like it's on like 24/7. They're like selling trees or something. It's only showing like I missed it. VidIQ.
VidIQ.
Yeah, it's one of the. It's kind of like TubeBuddy. It's one of the channels that help with YouTube.
Oh.
Craig uses it like you.
Okay.
All right, let me put your channel in the.
Well, thank you very much, Adam.
Oh, no problem. Appreciate you joining me.
I'm watching this bid I put in this morning on a new laptop like a hawk, because right now
really? And when you say new for you or new condition?
Well, a little bit of both. It's barely used, and it's a 2018.
Oh, okay.
And so, I mean, it's got 1 terabyte hard drive.
Oh, great.
8 gigs of RAM, and it's just, I was blown away.
What about the seller feedback?
100% positive. 80.
How many?
80.
Okay.
And
I got worried about electronics if they're a new seller. I was like, but 80 is good. 80 is good because you know how many things you got to sell to get 80 feedback.
Yeah, because you don't get feedback on everything.
No, you're lucky. I'm lucky to get 10% feedback.
Yeah. Ooh, Adam, I gotta go get the dog. Hold on.
No problem. Nice, Amelia. At 401. I know I'm subscribed. Let me just double check to make sure I wasn't unsubscribed. Let me go back and check your.
Yeah, there's your puppy. There's your puppy.
I'm on my computer.
So I'm watching it like a hawk, even though it has almost 3 days left.
All right, Amelia, I'm subscribed and I have all on. You are at 401 subscribers. Let me share yours while I'm here.
I think I'm subscribed to you. Yeah, I am, Amelia. So I would subscribe again, but I can't. I just can't believe that I'm winning at the bid that I'm at right now. That's kind of why I'm watching it the way
Thank yourself.
I feel like if I watch it, I'm not going to lose for some reason. I don't know.
When's the close?
Saturday at 9 a.m.
Oh,
I know.
So crazy.
I know. I'm ridiculous. Can you imagine what I'm like for my own? Like when I'm selling? Like when it actually bids out on something that I'm selling and I know that it's ending, I'm like, because I don't have that much action in my store yet.
Right. Well, Amelia, we're here to help each other. At least that's my philosophy. That's always happen on YouTube, but that's how I speak.
Well, I'll tell you about it, Amelia, but I will not send you the link. No offense. It's a new laptop. It's used, but it's a new laptop for me. It's a 2018 HP 15.6 inch screen.
Okay, all the details. Not that Amelia is going to jump your bid, but
1 terabyte hard drive, and yeah, because right now I'm working from my dad's laptop, so it's getting a little. It's a little convoluted when I need to take the stuff out of the house.
Why is this? I'll have to start doing inventory more frequently. 8 hour. So that's 2.
Well, I'm a little concerned now because this is the only thing this seller has for sale, but.
Oh, okay.
but there's I think there's 21 watchers on this. So
Yeah, well, yeah. What's the minimum bid they had on it?
there is no minimum bid.
Well, they started it out at like 99 cents.
I have no idea. When I came in, it was at 120.
Okay.
So no, I'm just curious. I missed what you had said. I have 1 terabyte hard drive on my desktop. And I love it. Yeah, Amelia, I'm really keeping my fingers crossed for this one because it's a fantastic deal, and I'm desperately in need. But if it's not meant to be, then it won't happen.
Check out Dell. Dell's running a really good sale this weekend.
Oh, okay.
And you can spec it the way you want it.
Yeah, but I don't think I have the credit to be financed for that. And I certainly don't.
My last 2 computers from Dell. I used to buy HP a lot. I used to have a lot of problems with them.
Oh, really?
The printers, I don't have that many problems with. The laptops, I do.
Really? I'm working off an HP right now.
Well, I guess it's just my luck. See, now here's another Eddie Bauer. There's another one I don't have listed. What the heck?
I should go through my pictures on here and find out what I haven't listed yet, and I should be listing myself instead of staring at a blank screen.
So I can put, what else can I put in here? Size 2. I must have just pulled this stuff out. I was going to take new pictures or do something, and
You never did?
That's the second one. I mean, I inventoried like 4 things. It's the second one I found that wasn't listed. Jeez.
I was going to do my books today, but I never ended up. Oh, see, there's something right here that pops up immediately that I haven't had listed. I was going to do my books today, but I didn't bring all my receipts and stuff with me. So I said, all right, well, I guess I'm not doing that.
Power.
I woke up and my eyes were so itchy this morning. I don't know what it is.
Allergies.
Oh.
Well, doesn't look like I have this listed. Check one more thing. Item title. Custom label.
Adam, do you use a thermal printer?
I do not. I had mentioned that earlier in the stream.
Sorry, I wasn't here earlier.
No. Just ideally, I should. I just don't do enough volume. In fact, last was Cyber Monday. I bought a wireless laser because I have a laser printer that's you have to plug in with the parallel port or whatever it's called. Mm-hmm. Printer cable. It's a pain in the rear end because I have 3 bedrooms away. So if I'm in my bedroom, I'm doing eBay. It's like I get a sale, see on my phone or whatever. I just print it wirelessly with my HP. Now, obviously, it costs you more to print from an HP inkjet than it would to do with a laser printer. But I have the laser printer down here, the wireless one. I never hooked it up. So I was going to sell locally the wired printer, but the thing is, it has a printer cable. I think the printer cable is like $8 or $9. So I don't know if I could sell it. I think I paid $50 on Black. I know I picked it up on Black Friday. I picked it up at Best Buy like 3 or 4 years ago, and I think I paid $50 for it. So I don't know if I might be able to sell for $30, but then again, it doesn't have the printer cable. So if I put the printer cable, I think even used are probably $3-4. So I'm thinking that's like really $35. So I don't know. I should probably try to list it locally after this weekend. Try to list it locally, and then hook up my wireless laser and just use that. Ideally, I should be using the thermal, but then eventually I want to get involved with Amazon. I won't be like big on Amazon, but if I want to do FBA, say like books or something,
Yeah.
I want to be able to print those labels, and I'm not that familiar with how to print the labels. And there are certain thermal printers that can print those labels, and certain ones can't. Some will print for postage, but they won't print the small.
Right.
I don't know how that works. So I'm going to have to find somebody that's maybe Casey or something that'll go through it with me. He sells that like Arc Scan or something. He gets a commission on that, but I think that's like $200 for that.
Yeah, I went searching this morning. That's why I asked, and I put in because it's listed at, I think. Let me look again. It's listed at like 100 and something, and yeah, 107.99.
Which is that?
No name. It's nameless, I think. Direct thermal label printer, barcode shipping label printer.
Really?
Yeah, it's 4x6, and it takes the fan fold labels,
Right.
and it's listed at buy now for 107. And I put in an offer for, I think it was 70.
Okay.
I just threw it out there, like the lady threw it out there with the shirt with me, and I said, you know what? If they accept it, then great. If not, then whatever.
Right. Like Craig, I think Craig said he got his for like $6.99 at the thrift store, and it worked. There's another one I didn't have listed. All right. Check the chat. Make sure I'm not missing anything in the chat. Yours only works for eBay. Yeah. You have a Dymo. Yeah. If I'm going to spend the money, I'm going to get one that's going to do both. That's kind of like I've been holding. I was thinking about getting an action camera, getting the GoPro Hero 7 Black. I'm thinking with all the accessories and everything, it's over $300. It's like, how much use will I get out of it? So now I'm thinking, well, I should probably get a mirrorless camera that I could use to take pictures, to take eBay pictures, and if I want to vlog, or I could even, if I need be, I could even use it to do live streams. If somehow you can plug it in through an HDMI cable or something. I'm not exactly sure, but somehow you can plug it into your laptop. But that's with a decent lens kit, and then there's an adapter, because the one I'm looking at, it's the mirrorless. They don't have a lot of lenses for the mirrorless. They have a lot of lenses for their DSLRs, Canon. So you have to buy like an adapter thing, and that's like $100 some. So you're talking like $1,100, $1,200. It's like, I don't know if I want to spend $1,200. But then you talk to these YouTube experts, they say this is something you can grow into. It's like they said, don't buy something that you're going to buy and then buy another one and buy another one and buy another one, because you're just basically wasting your money buying these stopgap measures. Whereas if you can buy something like this, he goes, it might last you 10 years. You just upgrade the lenses and different things. So, but no, $1,000 is $1,000. So, and then I talked myself out of buying the GoPro for $300. It's like, I'm not spending $300 because how much use will I get out of it? But I had trouble with my iPhone 7 Plus because it overheats.
Right.
So, and then I spent $150 for a special microphone for it. The microphone works great, but it's only going to work with an iPhone because it plugs into the Lightning port.
Okay.
I mean, if I get like an iPhone, whatever the next generation is, it'll work fine with that. But
Yeah.
so eventually I'll probably end up getting some kind of mirrorless camera, but I think I'm gonna wait a year or so. Maybe next year or the year after, at least where I can generate some money. Because like I said, I haven't made a penny off of it. I'm going to start putting, I keep talking about putting affiliate links. I'm going to put affiliate links. If I ever get up to these 4,000 watch hours, I'll get a little bit of AdSense.
Yeah.
And then, the key again for a smaller YouTuber, if you're specialized in a niche, is to use the affiliate links. Because then I could if Casey will give me an affiliate link for one of her courses, or Steve Rankin will give me an affiliate link, or somebody else will give me an affiliate link. That's where you make a little bit of money as opposed to AdSense. You can make pennies on the dollar. I mean, I could get, X amount of thousands of views and maybe make, like 50 cents. Of course, you got to pay taxes on that. So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they report that. They 1099 you. So,
Well, so does eBay. So,
right. But I do so little what I get with eBay. And again, I'm at a, like I was saying earlier, I'm probably technically a loss, because if I factor in the cost of eBay Open, even if I only factor in half of it, because to get out there I have to fly. I mean, I don't have to fly. I could never drive in my car out there. So
that'd be a long ride.
So even if I charge the flight, my meals, the ticket, I mean the eBay Open ticket, and then say 4 nights of the hotel, because it starts again. I'm there Sunday, but Monday I'm networking on Monday, and then I'm there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the eBay convention. So it's really 4 days. So I mean I wouldn't include Sunday, and I wouldn't include Friday. So 2 days, but I could write off 4 of those days, plus the airline ticket, plus the eBay Open ticket. So you're talking, that's over $1,000 right there.
Right.
And then again, my cost of goods and my eBay fees, my internet access, part of that, my cell phone, it all adds up.
Yeah. Do you use a CPA?
No, but I'm going to use one this year because it's the first year that I'm on Medicare, and I'm not exactly sure how that all works.
Right.
I screwed up 2 years ago because I was on the Affordable Care Act and I didn't file my taxes properly. The form you have to file with the Affordable Care Act, and they were not helpful at all, the people there. Like one person told me what to do and I wasn't sure what to do. And then I went around and around with them for 6 months. I faxed them I spent $30, $40 faxing them forms and this, that, and the other. And then finally they just had audio hearing over the phone. They said, well, we're sorry, you didn't do it right. You lose your $1,200 credit. I said, excuse me? So I lost $1,200 to the Affordable Care Act because I didn't file my paperwork properly with the IRS. It's a lot of money, $1,200, especially when fixed income. So I'm going to hire an accountant to do my tax return this year.
Yeah. I'm not worried about my taxes this year because I worked right up through July, and then I didn't start really even making any money until this past month and a half, 2 months. So between the fact that I didn't make enough I usually don't make enough I usually get my whole tax return back anyway.
Right.
So between that and the fact that I didn't make enough doing this to account for really anything. The thing that I'm worried about is I have to take care of my student loans, or they took my entire tax return last year because my student loans, I didn't realize they weren't in deferment and they are in default.
So, they're in default, and so they can. They
took the entire tax return. It was I don't know, $1,200, $1,500. I was really banking on that money at that point too. Wow. And no, I didn't see a penny of it.
That's well, like I said, $1,200 is a lot of money. I mean, it's and the thing was, it's I said to the hearing officer, I said, you've seen, I sent you 40, 50 pages of documents. I said, if I did it incorrectly, that's one thing. So, well, we'll give you a decision. And they sent me a letter. Oh, we denied it. You're screwed. You're at your $1,200.
That's nice.
Yeah, basically, they give you a supplement every month towards your premiums, and then you got to file a special form. If you don't do it properly, they deny you, and then they take the money away.
That's awful.
So at least this year was more clear cut. It was the first year I was on Medicare, so they just take it right out of my Social Security benefit, and then I pay supplements, and I pay them. I have them what do you call it? Not direct deposit, where they take it out automatically, auto pay. So I have two of those, and I have them taken out automatically from I give them my routing number for my checking account, so they come out automatically. So I don't have to worry about that. But again, I don't know how to do all that with the between the cost of the Medicare, the cost of the supplement, the cost of my copays, the cost of my deductibles. So hey T, just popping in for a quick hello and thumbs up. I missed you, T. I thought you were going to hop in earlier. I guess you're busy getting your auctions ready. Thank you. Chris, did you want to pop in the feed? See, we got home. You might want to pop in. You're welcome. That's pretty bad. I inventoried like 4 things, and two of the things I found weren't listed. So I guess that's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing.
It's found money, that's for sure.
Well, yeah. And the thing was, I had pictures. Obviously, I had pictures because I had these in the bag with a number on it. So obviously, something happened. I must have pulled them off, and I meant to relist them or adjust them, and they got deleted out of my drafts or whatever. I probably deleted them inadvertently. All right, let's get back to this. Anne Klein, another jeans that doesn't sell for me.
So, Adam, would you mind linking your store for me so that I can? Because I don't know how to get to your store.
I'll give it to you. I don't like giving it out publicly.
Oh, okay. Yep. Nope. That's fine. And the reason that you didn't find me before when you were looking for my name is because you weren't looking for Kit Enterprises. You were looking for Alexis on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Here's Mr. Sadie. Hello, Bubba. Yeah, it's definitely over. It's definitely my premiums are over $3,000. Joanna, I forget. I think Medicare is around roughly $200 a month. I think my other premiums are like over $300 a month between my supplement, my Medigap, and my prescription. And then again, of course, I have my prescription cost and my. I think there was a small deductible when I had back in the day when I had regular insurance, the Affordable Care Act. One year I had like a $5,000 deductible on like the in network, and I had like a $10,000 deductible on the out of network. That killed me because my podiatrist I had been seeing for like 5 years was out of network. So it's like finally I said this is ridiculous. And then what happened was she had they had like a the word I was looking for like a lower income office. They have like in the city they have like it's like a clinic, I guess you would call it, and the whole facility is like a clinic. They service like the lower income people, so they actually had an office there. I said, well, and then they were in my network there. I said, well, I'm not paying $150 some out of pocket every time I come to see you to see a podiatrist. So when I saw her, I mean, it was all through. It was in network, so it wasn't crazy expensive.
Amelia, do you file your own taxes or do you use a CPA?
My neighbor, he's like 84, 85. He suppose he has a guy that charges him like $100. So he charged me $150. It'll be more than worth it because I don't have to worry about. Then you get a letter. I mean, I got letters from the IRS. It's like, oh, here we go again. And the IRS was actually easier to deal with than the Affordable Care Act, believe it or not.
I'm actually in search of a CPA that I can just exchange affiliate marketing for. I'm serious.
Lisa has the Medicare Advantage. I didn't understand that, Lisa. So they had a Medigap. My understanding is, again, I didn't know. because then I had AARP. So they're like, oh, I guess AARP, and it was United Healthcare. I've had United Healthcare before. United Healthcare is who writes the policies for AARP. So I said, well, I know nothing about this. I don't understand Medigap. I don't understand Medicare Advantage. Let me just go with AARP's plan. So what I did is I did the AARP, the prescription plan, and the Medigap. For your younger people, Medigap basically covers what if it's covered by Medicare and there's like a copay or some kind of deductible, the Medigap picks that up. But if it's not covered by Medicare, your Medigap won't pay any of it. Like I've had several injections for pain, and I need medical transport because obviously you can't drive if you're under anesthesia. They don't even want you to drive under local anesthesia. So I had to pay for that out of pocket because Medicare won't pay for it. So therefore, the Medigap won't pay for it. You have HARP. That's good. Good. Okay. You have ARP. Okay. Yeah. See mine. I'm actually keeping that. But you have the Advantage, which basically what that is. That's Medicare through a private company. I have the Medicare through the United States government, and then I have the supplement, the Medigap, through United Healthcare. But then I'm changing my prescription plan because it ran from like $3,000 to like $21,000 for the prescriptions I'm on. It's like it's gonna be $21,000, and I'm on almost all generics. So I'm actually changing over to Horizon. Horizon was cheaper than United Healthcare, but I'm keeping United Healthcare for my Medigap. So it's confusing. I don't know how people like in the 70s and 80s do it. I don't know. I mean, I had trouble figuring it out. I got a college degree, and I'm not a stupid person. It's like, and I'm somewhat computer literate. I had all kind of problems. You pay D extra, includes scripts, $14 copay. Okay. Yeah, my copays are all over the place. They could be $2, $5. My latest thing that they wanted to put me on was $412.50 a month was my copay. I was like, no way I can pay that. So they're trying to submit it through the pharmaceutical company to see if they'll work with me. I don't know. But
pharmaceutical companies, really? I don't know about that.
Well, what happened was it's like an enzyme, and what happened was originally they denied it, and then they came back and said, okay, it's $400 a month. I said, well, I can't afford $400 a month. They said, well, this is the preferred one. Use this one. So I contacted my doctor's office, and they said, okay, we'll write a script for that. Then they came back, and that was $412.50 a month. So, well, how's that preferred if it's actually $400 a month? Oh, you work for a CPA firm? At least I had a minor in accounting, but I hadn't done it for all those years. It's like, so I kept screwing it up. It's like, ugh. So now I usually just take the standard deduction, but I have so many medical expenses now. I think I'm going to go to an accountant and have them do it. Yeah, I'm all messed up. You got that right, Bubba. I was at the pain doctor this morning at 7 a.m. I was like half asleep. I've already had 3 injections. They're going to give me another injection. It's like, all right, well, I'm not even 60 yet. I'm like, nothing for nothing, doc. But I said, I got to get rid of some of this pain. Library has programs where they provide you assistance figuring out the best Medicare options. I should probably go to, there's a big local library, not in my town, but like 3 towns over. I could probably go there. But if this guy's only going to charge me $100, and then if I have issues with the IRS, I can just have him handle it. Because when I was in sales, I was paying big money to an account, a CPA, and then I got audited, and he was on the phone on hold. He was doing other work, like other tax related work, not my work. And he was charging me to be on hold. It's like, wait a minute, why did I have to pay you while you were doing other work? You could have had your administrative assistant on hold, and it just like messaged you when. I mean, I could have waited in the lobby for all I care. I didn't have to be in your office. They charged me like whatever it was, $200 some an hour. It's like no. So obviously that was the last time I dealt with that CPA. You tired? I just complained. So I'm sorry, Lisa. But I mean, to me, that was wrong. I mean, why should I pay while he's on hold with the IRS? I mean, I could have been on hold with the IRS, or his administrative assistant could have been holding the IRS. I could have sat out in the lobby when his administrative assistant could have been monitoring the call, and it said, "Okay, Stephen, whatever his name was, the IRS is on. You can pick it up and then charge me. Don't charge me while the CPA is on hold." Excuse me. Yeah, I had an accident, at least when I was working retail, and somebody we had a delivery. We had a van. I was working at a liquor store, and we used to transfer beer between the stores. So I had to take my car over to the other store, and then get the van, load up the van, and then deliver the beer to the other store. And then I had to take the van back to the store and come back on my car. I'm coming back on the car, and it was a really busy intersection. There was one lane, and then there was like a shoulder. What happened was this car passed all these cars on the shoulder, and I didn't see him. And I'm inching, making my left turn, and the guy T-bones me. And then it's up my neck, and this was 40 years ago, and I still have neck issues. But that's not my biggest issue. I mean, I just want to go to a chiropractor. My back is the biggest issue. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't think it was right. I mean, nothing for nothing. And the guy could see how much money I made. It wasn't like I was making $150,000 a year. I mean, I was making a decent living, but it's like you're gonna charge me $200 an hour while you're on hold when I only make like back then was I making $15 an hour before expenses. So needless to say, I didn't use him anymore. Okay, so that was that. Chris, if you're still in the chat, if you want to pop in, you're welcome. At least if you want to pop in, you're welcome. Just like I said, we're just doing chatting and I'm doing my inventory, and I'm actually going to do some cleaning up around my work area. All right, incline. Incline.
Oh, did I forgot my coffee. I sat down and forgot my coffee.
I got coffee upstairs. I guess it's still cold. I got my fancy cup holder.
I wanted to get one of the Josh's of Reselling coffee mugs, but I didn't get on that train fast enough.
Oh, yeah, he had a limited amount of them.
Yeah, they stopped selling them now. So.
Oh, really?
It's all right.
I didn't have any coffee yesterday.
I don't know how you could do that.
Well, I was digestive issues all day. So anyway, I after I left the pain doctor, it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. I said, well, I'll go to McDonald's. I rarely go to McDonald's anymore, but they have their McGriddles, which I never liked the McGriddles, but basically it's pancakes and then it's like an egg and like bacon. So I said, okay, I won't put any syrup on it. I won't put any ketchup on it. so I ate 2 of those and I had a cup of coffee.
Yeah, the McGriddles are one of the few things that I'll eat from McDonald's. I don't eat it. Stuff is just nasty.
Well, I mean, like their sausages and stuff and all that's all fat. I mean, I used to take it and like pat it down with the napkins and stuff. It's like that's just nasty.
Yeah, actually, it's one of Abby's friends. She's funny. She calls it the plastic factory.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I like their egg McMuffins aren't bad with the Canadian bacon, which is, that's not bad. That's basically ham and then an egg and a piece of cheese and an egg, a English muffin. As long as you don't put a lot of ketchup and stuff on it.
Yeah. Well, I will say that, not that I'm speaking from personal experience, but McDonald's is the best cure for a hangover. So
I don't know how people used to go to what's the one where they had the little sliders? A White Castle.
yeah.
I went there once. I said, this is the most nasty thing I've ever tasted in my life. I'm never going back again.
Oh my God. They're so good. There's nothing to them.
Oh. Lisa says she blew her neck out so bad, discompressed my spinal cord, permanent spinal nerve damage. Oof. Was that an accident, Lisa? Was that like a car accident? Wow.
A box of printer paper fell on her head.
Oh, okay. I got the stream right. It only shows like 5 comments.
Accounting isn't dangerous. Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, work related. Okay, there it is. Box of printer paper fell on my head from above a storage room. My word.
That sounds.
That's like the freakiest accidents. Wow.
That's just awful.
I mean, who would think? Wow. Hey, you wouldn't think a CPA office would be that dangerous. My word.
You never know.
It's tough though when you have constant pain. I mean, that's why I want to do this. I figure I'm gonna be up at before 6 in the morning, and I'll be up and I'll be out and about. And I get myself some breakfast, some coffee, and then I'll just get this listed and then get started, and then I'll be up and about. So I'll get some stuff accomplished anyway.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I'll probably just be straightening and cleaning and watching football. But then I'm going to run that sale. I'm going to start my sale tonight. Like I said, I'm probably going to mark everything up like 30%, 40%, and then run a 30% sale. I'll just do the bulk at it.
Yeah.
I got to finish the inventory to make sure I have everything. I don't want to make sure I end up selling something I don't have.
Well, at least at this point, my inventory scale is so small that I know that I have everything that I have listed, and I have more unlisted than I have listed. So it's like, I wish I had more time in the day and more energy in the time to list everything that I need to list. Like,
Right.
I have those Wallace Nutting paintings that.
Yeah, you're showing that on your video.
Yeah, I have. There's got to be at least 30 of them.
30?
Between the
30? Wow.
I'm serious. Between the little ones and the big ones, and some of them are extremely rare. And one of them, I don't even know how to price it because I was only able to find it on one other auction site, and I would have to pay to find out how much it auctioned for.
You need to find somebody that has worth point. I don't personally have it.
Worth point?
Yeah, Tanya has. I could probably reach out to Tanya. If you want to message me on my messenger and what it is in detail, and I'll try to. I mean, obviously it's Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to.
She'll get back to me on Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't message her today or tomorrow, but maybe I'll message her on Friday or Saturday, and maybe she can get back to me. And yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it's only about, I want to say, 5x9.
Okay.
But I looked it up, and even on Google, and not just on eBay, and I can't find. I find pictures of the picture, but I can't find any quotes anywhere. Most of the other ones I can find, like, they're somewhere between, you know, $80 and $300, something like that. But this one, I have no idea. So,
looking at my eBay page. Summary. I'm going to show you guys something. Have to do a screen share. That should be interesting. I think I'm just going to screen share my whole screen this time. Try that. Your entire screen. Why won't it let me? StreamYard wants to share your contents. Okay.
Amelia, when are you moving?
That won't let me. Okay, let me get to that. Let's see. Can you see that, Alexis?
Yep.
You see these?
Yep.
This is 1,000 of these for $5.60 with free shipping. So it's basically less than 6 cents a piece.
I love them.
And I'll show you guys. I have. This is just. I'll show you guys what I have. Actually, I have them both here. Granted, some people go all out. Oh, I got to answer this, guys. I'm going to mute the hospital. Mute my chat.
All right. So, Amelia, you said you're doing inventory when you move.
Of course, they didn't answer. Okay. Let me get out of that.
Right in the middle of winter. Yeah, that's a terrible time to move.
Now they're calling back. Okay, I'll mute again.
Poor Adam. He's just trying to get his hours in. Hello, Swan Picker. How are you? You want to downsize, Lisa? You want to downsize your inventory too, or just everything else? Hey, really? How far are you moving, Amelia? There's never enough coffee. I don't blame you, Lisa. But you can always use that extra room for inventory. That's what I would do. That's not bad, Amelia. But it depends on how much inventory you have to move. That could be daunting. Isn't it 2:30 in the morning over there in Australia? Lisa, I'll come use your pool. I promise. I'll pay $40 a month to come use your pool. Where do you live again? I might have to fly there. 640 over there. Okay. Well, good luck with your deal. Yeah, I'd have to fly there, Lisa. So I'll hop on the Worcester Airport, which is going to cost me $90 to get down there, and I'll pay you $40 just to use your pool. I'm kidding, but it sounds like a nice idea. $11,000. Amelia, you sell mostly hard goods? We need to hook up on Facebook because I need more inventory. We can work something out. I lied. It's 340. Ah, thank you, Lisa. You guys are super entertaining. How you feeling, Olivia? You good?
Can you hear me?
Yep, you're good.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. That was the pain doctor's all scheduling my injection appointment.
That's all right. I've been getting to know people.
Oh, good.
I'm part of what's that movie? Oh, it's The Sound of Music.
All right. I'll show you these.
Are those
for 610 of a set? I mean, where can you get them? Pardon me?
Are you selling them?
No. I buy them from I put them like on these jeans. I mean, I won't put them on this. I put these when I ship my jeans. Let me show you. The heck. What I'll do is, I mean, again, this is an inventory bag. I'll put a newer bag, and I'll tape down the back, and then I'll put one of these stickers. One of these heart stickers on as a little thank you, and it's helped with my feedback a little bit, and it cost me less than a penny.
Right.
0.6 of a cent.
It's absolutely worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to spend like some people spend like 30 cents, 40 cents. They'll get like 3 for $1 thank you cards, and then they got to handwrite them out. It's like, I mean, I guess that's nice on Poshmark, but
yeah,
I'm not doing that where I'm making $3, $5 on eBay. I'm not spending another 35 cents in the handwriting of a thank you card. But they had the two. They had the one with the heart, and they just had the plain thank you ones.
Yeah,
the ones with the heart. I mean, if it's a lady, I usually send the ones with the heart, and if it's a guy, I just send the plain. Oh,
that's really smart.
For less than a penny.
Yep.
And it's easy enough to do. Okay. All right, so we took care of that. Oh, I realized my phone's still playing. That's going to get watch hours on my other account.
There you go.
I have an account with my name. And then I have my other account as my, Adam's exploits. Okay, where was I? Yeah, so they were thought about scheduling me Christmas Eve. I said, no, you're not going to schedule me Christmas Eve. I said, I know something's going to happen, get screwed up. So this is the 17th. But the last time it cost me $120 for transport. I'm thinking like, that's crazy. I said, can I take like an Uber or a Lyft over there and then take the transport back? Well, I don't know. I said, all right, you got to contact the office. I said, all right. But if I can save $20, it's $20 is $20.
Absolutely. Every penny counts.
And I know you can write it off as a medical expense, but it's like, how much I'm not really going to get any money back for it. So you get an ejection next week, Glenn? Yeah, I have a lot of issues. It's all my midsection, my digestion, some other issues. It radiates into my back, and they had done 2 surgeries, not on my back, on my other issue. And then neither of those worked. So then they did the 1 injection lower back, then they did 1 injection upper back, and it helped a little bit. So then again, they went back because after they did the surgeries, they said, okay, well, let's try the injection again. So they did the lower back injection. So now they're going to do a mid back injection. Because he goes, don't get upset if that doesn't work. There's other things we can do. I said, all right. Like I said, I might live another 20 years. I don't want to be in constant pain for another 20 years. I mean, I understand, but
yeah.
All right. So this was. Let me just double check this. I got busy talking. You getting your back, Glenn? Did you have is that from motor crossing or something, or is that like a car accident or a degenerative, or what is your back pain caused by? My back's starting to bother me now, so I could probably work for another half an hour. Then I have to get up and take something to move around. And there's a little bit of a delay in StreamYard.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
It's really messed up when people are bidding in auctions. It's there's going to be upwards of a 30-second lag.
Yeah, that's wicked tough.
I know Glenn's active a lot with Donatella's auctions.
You just got a bunch of question marks.
Where?
Glenn.
Oh, okay. I don't. It doesn't even show on my StreamYard yet.
I don't see it in StreamYard. I have my chat popped out.
Oh, do I pop up my chat? I have my chat popped out. You said you're getting injection next week in your back. Excuse me, Glenn. So I said, how was it caused? Was it like a work-related injury? Was it something, a car accident? Was it something I know you had, I think you had ATVs, you said, or is it just genetic kind of thing? How is your back? Have they determined what caused it? Mine is more medical related to my other issues. That's weird. It didn't show up in StreamYard. Oh, there it is. Now it just showed up in StreamYard. I have to tickle.
There's just not enough coffee in the world right now.
Now, is your sister having Thanksgiving? You're having Thanksgiving or what?
Oh, that's complicated.
Oh. Glenn says lifting boxes, he thinks. No telling. Okay.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Especially lower back.
Yep. Lifting 90-pound Abby. That'll do it too. That's part of why my back is messed up. It started with a car accident, but yeah. She's 110 pounds now, but she was, before the feeding tube, she was 80 or 90, and she can walk with assistance, but it's just a lot more, it's a lot easier just to pick her up and go. And we got so used to that with her growing up and her being so little that we just picked her up that.
Now you said you had was it nursing training? What kind of training did you have?
None. On the job, on the spot.
But then you say you worked in the medical field for a while?
Yeah, I was. I'm a PCA, but I'm grandfathered in.
What does the PCA stand for?
Personal care attendant.
Okay.
And to be, at least in the state of Massachusetts, to be hired by any company as a PCA, you have to be certified. But if you're working as freelance, then say my sister, it was not my sister and she just wanted me to care for Abby.
Mm-hmm.
then it's the provider's choice whether or not the person is certified or not. So I'm technically, I've got 20 plus years experience, but I don't have anything on paper.
I actually was thinking about starting an agency, and again, this was like 7-8 years ago. I forget what the terminology was, but we have home health aides, right? Yeah, HHA.
Yeah, home health
aid, and then there's a certification right above that, but I forget what that's called.
That's a CNA.
CNA, correct.
So
I was actually starting an agency, and the state was just crazy pricey. They want to charge me $10,000 annually.
Easy. Yep.
And I said $10,000 just for the state.
Yep.
I got to pay these people, and I got a client. I can't do this.
No, but the CNA and the HHA and the PCA are basically the same.
Okay.
They're just one, like the home health aide is able to do blood pressures and administer medications, whereas
I don't know if even I don't think in New Jersey, I think you can hand them the medication.
Well, that's considered administering.
Pardon me?
That's considered to administer.
Oh, that could be, because I mean, I can't like put it in their mouth, or I can't pour. I can hand that to them, and they can do it themselves. But I can't. That was the law. I couldn't actually, I would consider it administering. You're saying if I just hand it to them, that's administering?
That, in as far as I know, that's considered administration.
Again, this is many years ago, but yeah, because I thought, okay, well, I can hand it to them, but I can't, like, if they're in bed or something or not ambulatory, I can't actually like stick it in and give them a sip of water. No, you can't. Then you have to be a CNA, certified nursing assistant.
No, HHA and a PCA can do both of those things.
Okay.
Because she has all of her medications delivered. By the way, Glenn, yes, you are correct. All of her medications are administered through her feeding tube.
Okay.
So, and she gets 3 of her Pediasures through her feeding tube a day to supplement her meals. But in order for me to administer her medications through an agency, I would have to be certified. Right,
but you're family, so it's different, right?
Well, it's not even because I'm family. It's because I'm not working through an agency.
Right.
So, like, independent contractor, I guess you would say. So, I'm saying that even if she wasn't my niece, my sister would have that choice in the state of Massachusetts. I don't know about anywhere else.
Okay.
Hi, Judgmental Care USA. Did I get that right?
Yep, Steve.
Steve. Hi, Steve. I'm still learning everybody's names.
Teresa T used to have a list, and my list is so out of date. So I was like, I'll name somebody. Like the other day, I was like, I said it's either Jason or it's Justin for Grimes fines. And of course, I said it was Jason. It was Justin. So it's like, oh, shoot. It was one or the other.
Hey, you had a 50-50 shot.
Yeah. He's a neat guy. Eventually, I'd like to have him on my channel. Really neat guy. He's in Dallas, though, so I don't know about Dallas and Philly area people getting along, but he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
He does all those, storage auctions. So.
Ooh. I would love to participate in a storage auction. That sounds like so much fun.
I might just do it for like a real small one.
Just for kids.
Just to do it and get video, because I couldn't physically do like a 10 by 20 or something. I could probably do like a 5 by 10.
Yeah.
As long as there wasn't a lot of junk in there.
I don't know. You're buying blind, aren't you? essentially.
Oh no, most of them now are online, so you would see pictures. But
Oh,
if it went cheap enough, if it went for like $20, and there's like a $10, not $10, 10% fee. It was like $22, and I guess they'd probably charge a tax. So for $23, it might be worth it just to film it and do a video about it.
absolutely.
But I couldn't do anything with what Donatella does. I could never do that. And again, she has help. She has teenagers helping her, but still, a lot of times it's her and her girlfriend that do it. It's like I couldn't physically do that. But
I don't even know what to do with the inventory that I have, honestly. And I would say 90% of it I can't even technically sell right now because it's my mother's choice as to whether or not most of it gets sold, because it was my grandmother's.
oh, okay.
So I supplement by going out and sourcing, and that's where the clothing comes in, and the little nicky knackies like stuff I find on clearance at Walmart or.
Oh, so you're doing some retail arbitrage?
Not much,
Okay.
but I do, and it hasn't worked out well for me.
I don't know how people do it. It's difficult. I mean, I know like people like Scott the Bearded Picker does extremely well, and Shane Rising Grind does extremely well, but it's a big learning curve.
It's a huge learning curve. And I want to get into Amazon as well at some point.
Right.
But I've put some books on Amazon as FBM.
Right. Fulfilled by merchant. Yep.
But I don't even know how to track them, if they've gotten any, I know nothing. So
They all have a mattress. Lisa said, yeah, it's true. I don't want to deal with mattresses. Yeah, I would definitely not buy something with a mattress, Lisa. Yeah. As far as lifting it, and then what are you gonna do? You can't lift it. I would have to tie it on the top of my SUV. It's like I can't do that. First, I can't lift it. I can't tie it down by myself. I can't be climbing up on the SUV to tie it down. No one's going to help me. So I definitely couldn't do anything with a mattress in it.
no, I don't know.
I'll probably find some thing. It'll come the spring. And I'll do something before it gets too hot, and get a 5x10. If I can find something for $20, like I said, and if I'm under $25, it's worth it. Just for the video and the experience.
Now, did you the auctions? Was that one of the sites that you put up for last week's video?
Yes, right. Now they use was it Auction Zip? There's like 3 or 4 of them. They say them all the time in the Lisa, do you know? I mean, maybe somebody in the chat would know. I forget. There's like 3 or 4 of them. There's 1 or 2 that are like the real big ones, and then there's like the couple smaller ones that are kind of regional. But yeah, and then like I said, 90% of them now are online. They don't do physical inspections. They use the live bidding. Like you used to see on those storage auctions.
Yeah.
Go there and live bids. 90% of them are online now, and eventually it'll probably be 100%. So what they do is the storage facilities will take a bunch of pictures, and who knows how good the pictures are. And then you're assuming and hoping that the storage facility is honest and they're not cherry picking stuff. Locker Fox and Storage Treasures. Yes, thanks, Lisa.
Okay, thank you, Lisa.
Yep, they're the big ones, right? Yep.
Big ones there.
Storage Treasures is the big, right. And Locker Fox, I think, is kind of more of I don't know if it's a regional or I don't see it as much, but the Storage Treasure is definitely a big one. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Will they ship?
I don't want to give you bad information, but I'm 99% sure no.
Oh, well.
Because the whole thing is you have to come physically there, and you have a certain amount of time to clean it out. You have to take everything out, dispose of everything, and take whatever you want with you. You can't dispose of it at the facility. Then you have to sweep it out, clean it out. So I don't think anybody would do it where they would ship it. You're in the same area as Donatella, Lisa? Okay. So you're down in the Ritzy area. You're down near More Largo. I don't know how everyday people afford to live down there, but I guess they do.
That's too much. I'm not. Forget the whole storage unit idea. Then
Right, that's what I thought, Lisa. That I was like, again, I don't want to give bad information because if I'm not sure, I don't like to comment. But like I said, my understanding was you have to clean out the unit. So maybe there's some facilities that will actually charge you a surcharge. I don't know. I've never heard of it, but as far as I know, no, you have to physically go there and clean out the unit. So I know a lot of people, like even like Mike, I forget what his channel's name is. I used to follow him quite a bit. Now he doesn't do a lot of videos. He does it where he would bid online, and then he would have to physically drive there and then get rid of everything, take it to the dump, whatnot. Yeah.
You must have great sourcing material around.
Even at thrift stores, right? If people donate to the thrift store, I was thinking even like the charity thrift stores. Like I tried that one time. There's a church thrift store. Church. I could probably get some good deals there, and it's like a ritzy area, and like there wasn't all that great stuff, and the stuff that was halfway decent was like priced through the roof. It's like, I guess I'm not coming back here anymore. It was only like 10 miles from my home, but I figured it's 20 miles round trip, and no, and there was nothing else in that area. I mean, there was a Goodwill like 15 minutes away, but
she says that she lives in the servants area.
Servants area, yeah, right. Well, that's like it's weird. Like certain areas, like I don't know how much you vacation, but like you go to Cancun or you go to Las Vegas, and like you'll be like on the main strip in Cancun, and all of a sudden you're like, especially if you take a bus by mistake and you end up in like some of the residential areas, it's like, whoa, it's like what happened? Same thing with Las Vegas. There's some like really bad neighborhoods in Las Vegas.
No, actually, the thrift stores want a lot.
They want a lot for other stuff.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, Donatella had a thrift store for a while. She had her own thrift store. She used to donate a lot to the hospital.
Do you have a Bins near you, or Sally's?
Who, me?
No, I'm talking to Lisa. I'm sorry.
Okay. I have a Bins near me, but I hate the Bins.
I like Sally's. I don't like the Bins. I like Sally's.
What is Sally's?
Oh, Sally's. The Salvation Army.
SALLY''S?
Yes, that's what I call it.
What is it? The Bins?
No, it's actually before the Bins. It's the Salvation Army outlet.
Oh, okay. So you call it Sally's. Okay.
Yeah, I call it Sally's.
I've never seen one of those.
Oh, the ones that I have two that are within 20 minutes of me, and they're huge. I mean, it takes me 2 hours just to go through the store. Hey, give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, no problem. So Lisa, you're in the third wealthiest county in Florida. Okay. Last time I was in Florida, I was in
my eyes right now, man.
15 years ago. Let me mute Alexis while she's doing what she's doing. Yeah, I was Stewart. Like I said, I flew into West Palm. Been to like 40 minutes north of you. Okay. Yeah, I again physically I can't do the Bins. I mean, it's one thing to do the like the Salvation Army or the Goodwill, the regular store. So you go in there and then like, you get tired or whatever, you just, you sit down or you leave. But to do the Bins, you gotta stand there and then you gotta go through all those different bins. And then you gotta wait for them to bring out the new bins. Yeah. Your Salvos and Goodwills are right next door to, oh, that's good. But the things are overpriced. Now, Maggie, do you go into any of the ones in Philly? Do you go to any of the Salvation Armies? My understanding is that some of them are like in kind of dicey areas. I've never gone to a Salvation Army in Philadelphia. I've only gone to the ones in South Jersey. 2 of them, I believe, I've been to. Oh, you live near Stewart? Okay. I like Stewart. It was nice area. My friend's his father had owned a business and like sold a lot to like big businesses like printing supplies and office supplies and that kind of stuff. He had like his own distributorship. And he lived in, eventually when he got older, his health wasn't all that great. And I think his mother had MS. So they were living and stored in like a condominium content, like a gated community where they actually had a dock and they had a boat there. So then my friend would use their boat, and we would fly down there and then we would go golfing. You had a few Salvation Armies? Yeah, I've only hit the 2 in South Jersey. I've never been to any of the ones in Pennsylvania. You went to the bench for 1.8? Yeah, I couldn't do it. I mean, I can't even stand for like half an hour at points. I mean, I'll go to like like the Sam's or Walmart or something just to get exercise, and I'll walk around like a shopping cart just to get exercise. But I just can't physically just like stand there and go through all the bins. You like Turnersville? I find Turnersville has like, I mean, again, I haven't been there a lot, but I find it has similar stuff to Goodwill. Slightly higher quality, more pricey. At least that's my experience, but I haven't been there a lot. Some of the others are dicey. Yeah. I think there's one like in Vineland or Millville too. But it wasn't a bad area. It was on the main drag, but again, the quality was like what you find at Goodwill. All right, where was I? I was on this page. Oh, Stewart's built up? Okay. Let me unmute her.
Hi, I gotta pop off.
What's that?
I gotta pop off.
Okay, no problem.
All right, thanks for having me. Bye.
Thanks, appreciate it. Bye. Have a good Thanksgiving.
You too.
Yeah, I had heard Stewart was built up now. Like anything, I guess, right? They they find smaller things and they knock them down and make bigger things. My sister had a place in a nice residential area, and she had a little rancher on a big lot. I think the home sold for like $250, and see you, Steve. And they knocked it down and they built a $600,000 home there. So they bought it for like $250, and they built a $600,000. Might even be $650. Crazy. Hi, Lady Luck Junk. Thanks for joining us. We're just doing a chatting, and we're doing a little hangout. I'm trying to do my inventory, but I had Alexis helping me, and now Alexis has had to leave the chat. Oh, you're staying? Oh, who was leaving? Glenn? Okay. The one on Dulcie Drive in Vineland, right? That's one that could be pretty dirty. Yeah, exactly. I've only been there like I think twice to the one in Vineland, and I've been to the one in Turnersville half a dozen times. Why you want to move used to be much less populated in the past 5 years. Forecourt, okay. So it's more commercialized. Okay. Yeah, I thought Stewart was a neat. Again, I'm going back. Oh my God, I'm going back at least 20 or 25 years. That was probably 90 or 95 that I was there. Probably last time was probably 95. All right, these were Page and these were D43s. So guys, I'll probably stay on for like another 20 minutes or so to like 3:30. Hotels are going up too. Yeah, it's great. They build these. It's funny because like by my one doctor's office, they're building an apartment complex. I don't know why. I guess. Oh, you were saying buy it Alexis, okay? And they were building they must have built like 200 apartment complexes, not apartments, right on the main drag. But I guess because it's right near an interstate, and it's like 3 minutes from the turnpike. So, but it's like it's so noisy there. I don't know why. I guess people just want the convenience, and I guess if you're not home that much, if you're on the road a lot, you just want to be convenient to the major interstate or the turnpike. It's or the building on there. Yeah, it used to exactly. Lisa, it used to be like a small town feel. There were some nice areas there, but it was more of a small town. So now it's more commercialized. Yeah, I guess like anything. So that's why I love where I'm living now. But the property taxes are just crazy. I'm like 5 to 10 minutes from pretty much everything. Some of my doctors are 15, 20 minutes away, but shopping centers, supermarkets, I probably have 5 supermarkets within 10 minutes of my home. I have a park a block away. I have another park that's 3/4 of a mile away. But the problem, and we have a beautiful downtown, but the problem is the property taxes are so high in New Jersey. We have very high school taxes and very high county taxes. In fact, what they did was I had mentioned that I went to Rutgers in Camden, and they built they disbanded the city police force and they made it a county police force. So obviously, the county residents are supplementing that along with the city, funds. But the city is very poor, other than the businesses. So a lot of the county residents are supplementing the police force. So my taxes are high, and my house probably needs a lot of work. It's probably worth like $150,000, and my property taxes are almost $6,000. Now, if I were moved down to Delaware, a home for maybe like for $250 would be like $2,000. So and then if there was $250 here, it'd probably be like $8,000 or $9,000. So you're talking $6,000-$7,000. That's a lot of money. You got to run, Lisa. Yeah, I'm going to shut it down in about 15-20 minutes anyway. I appreciate you joining, and I appreciate you contributing to the chat. All right, you have a good Thanksgiving as well. Thank you. Well, I'm sorry, you were saying something, Amelia. I missed it. Town near me was 25,000 people, but they're building tons of apartments downtown. Yeah, for the college mostly. Okay. Your property taxes are dirt cheap. Yeah, I think that's a lot of reasons people move down to Florida, for the weather and for the property taxes. And that includes your garbage. Wow, that is cheap. Yeah, I could never deal with that heat. I like the spring and the fall. I like the spring, but my allergies are so terrible in the spring. But I like that, like a light jacket kind of weather. Like today, I had kind of a winter jacket on, but it was like, I think it was like 45, 50 in the morning. Yeah, it was. Yeah, my sister's property taxes were $9,000, and that was on she was assessed at like 260. And now they're building a $650,000 property on that. So you figure that's nearly 3 times. So you figure if it was 9, it's going to be like $22,000 to $25,000 property taxes for one property. Yeah, it's crazy in New Jersey. It's just, but it is what it is. And again, that's on me. I don't have children. I never had children. But that's part of the deal. If you live in a community, you got to pay school taxes. And again, coming from a family of school teachers, I understand that. And then the county taxes are high to begin with. And then when they did this thing with the county police force, that was kind of like a sneaky thing to do. But they figured they could get more police because they could make them, like, I guess they're unionized, but they could lower their seniority, so to speak, like the years of service, or somehow they did a workaround. But again, so everybody in the county is sharing the cost of that police force, or whatever the city can pay, they pay. And I don't know if I guess the state must contribute something, and then we have to contribute our portion for the city. And I go in a city maybe, I don't know, 8-9 times a year, only because my one doctor has an office at the hospital. She won't have an off-campus office. That's the only reason I go in the city. Summer can be brutal. Yeah, I can't deal with that heat. We have like 3 months that are bad here. Basically July and August, and a little portion of June and September. Oh, Steve, you're in Montgomery County. Okay. Yeah, property taxes are, well, I won't say they're reasonable in Pennsylvania, but they're more reasonable than New Jersey. You have to run? Okay, thanks for joining us, Jameson Closet. Yeah. I'm gonna shut it down in about 15 minutes because I mean I appreciate you guys being here, and I get involved in the chat and I start talking reselling, just talking about life, which is fine. I appreciate you guys being here. You know where you are? $180 a year. Holy cow! What about, do you pay school taxes, Amelia? $180 a year. My word, that's cheap. I thought like $1,500, $2,000 was cheap. That's wow. How do you have any services? How do you have police and you have do they surcharge you for like for lease and fire and all that stuff? Wow, that is reasonable. I don't know how they do anything for $180 a year. D43. Right, small town houses. Yeah, but still, I mean, you got to have services. I mean, you got to have police, fire, ambulance, school, taxes, county police. The bigger towns, it costs more, of course. Okay. Wow. I don't want to move out there, but I mean, for $180 property taxes, I mean, I consider it now. Yeah, I can't with my health issues. I have to be near unfortunately, I have to be near some kind of medical center. So. I keep saying it is what it is, but it is what it is. I mean, it's just, you got to deal with it. But like I said, I can move down to Delaware, and the property taxes are about less than a quarter of what they are up here. And I'm still in the kind of the general area, and with not that I really have any family anymore. I have a sister that's not talking to me, so that's it. I have a friend that lives up this way, so 45-minute drive probably to where he is, so we could get together or whatever. And other than that, I just need to be near, shopping and be able to thrift and stuff. Isn't that crazy, Maggie? $180 a year. my county, I think my county sewer tax is like, I don't know what that is. I think it's over almost that a quarter. Only 100 kids in the high school. Okay. Wow, this house was $12K in like 1957 or 1958. Huh. Well, they do these surveys of different things, like on like Yahoo. It's like where the cost of living is to retire this and the other. I guess you're gonna have $180 property taxes, but then I guess the other issue is if you're a real small town, you're probably not near near medical centers and things like that, which older people would need. D43. Yeah, I can imagine what your taxes are down the shore. My chiropractor. Wait a minute. My power must be getting low. Oh, what is that doing that? My screen was kind of fluctuating. Okay. Yeah, my chiropractor, his son is the co-CEO of the hospital university that I use, and he has a place in Ocean City. So I can imagine what the property taxes are in Ocean City these days. Right. Well, that's what I figured. If I could be somewhere, relatively close to Newark or Wilmington, Delaware, that wouldn't be too bad. I might have to move like further down, like by Dover. And I got to figure with Dover, with all the people down there, because all the businesses, because of the Air Force Base, there's got to be, medical facilities down there. But yeah, I mean, like I tell people, I can save a lot of money on my property tax. I can use that money towards my medical expenses. Your property taxes are only $3,000. Wow, mine are with water and sewer. It's over $6,000. Granted, water and sewer is not property taxes, but I'm over $5,000 just for property taxes. Excuse me. You want the bag? And I guess you probably don't have city sewer and all that. It's probably all septic and stuff. Excuse me, guys. My allergies acting up. So I think I stay on about another 10 minutes, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging with me and getting involved in a chat and helping me with my watch hours. It's a task to get to that 4,000 watch hours in a year. So I didn't want to not do my normal live stream on Wednesdays. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. So again, guys, I'm always looking for people, Maggie or whomever, to interview on the show on Wednesdays. Again, I have a Gmail account for this channel. It's Adam's Exploits without the apostrophe. So it's just adamsexploits@gmail.com. Most of you guys are Facebook friends with me, so you can just message me on Facebook. I'll try to book somebody for this coming Wednesday. But I'd like to try to start booking people out, 2-3 weeks out if I can. And I know then we're going to roll into Christmas and stuff, but I enjoy doing the interviews, and I think it's beneficial to the other resellers. So everybody has a different perspective and does things differently, and a lot of times you can pick up pointers and tips of how people do things, and I find it beneficial. Yeah, Maggie, it is. It's I'm not getting a lot of work done, but I appreciate it too, especially because a lot of people are traveling today, and I figure it's we can chat, and then I talk like Beth, Reseller Robot. She talks about with YouTube, it's kind of like our water cooler. It's like because you're working at home or you're working wherever with your business, you really don't have coworkers, so the other resellers are your coworkers. When you get your voice back, yeah, right. I hope you can get your voice back before Friday and Saturday when you have to sing. I'm sure I'm not telling you anything about the gargling with the salt water and the warm salt water and the lemon juice and all that good stuff. And I'm sure I'm starting to lose my voice from talking so much. Mine's more my allergies. I get this issues with my sinuses and stuff. But so, were there any other questions? You're moving an hour away, Amelia? Drive each way to work, and we're also moving to only be 30 minutes. Okay, that's good. But an hour away. My husband's drive an hour each way, so the work, and we would only be 30 minutes each way. That makes a big difference. When you're talking, 10 hours of commute a week, and then if there's traffic, Maggie will tell you crazy is so. Just leave it playing. Yeah. Well, I have my phone. I was checking the feed on my phone, and I have my other YouTube account. I have it in my name, so I have this channel. I have my other one, so I've been playing that. So I just have to charge it in. So get the watch hours on that. So got to do what you got to do to make the 4,000 watch hours. Thank you, Maggie. Yeah, I mean, some great resellers out there. Again, I tell you, people, I do this part time. Casey is my main source of information, but I can't be having Casey come on every month. So, people, like Chris from California, and I had Katie and Vicky on, are extremely knowledgeable. And people even like Tiffany with the Amazon. I don't understand Amazon, and she's super smart and quick learner and a great lady. And please. Tiffany was in the chat earlier, but please keep her in mind. She's having some struggles these days, health issues, and obviously different than mine, but she's having some health issues. So if you guys are so inclined to keep her in your thoughts and prayers, if you're so inclined, I would appreciate that, because Tiffany's a super lady, and she's going through some pretty difficult medical issues right now. So I'd appreciate you guys if you keep her in mind and keep her in your prayers. So I'd appreciate that, guys. Used to have an hour and 15 commute by train. Driving is even more stressful. Yeah, I was like, I'll do, like, sometimes I'll do, like, Maggie, like when I'm not feeling well, and it's like I'll get like a little bit of work done around the house, and it's like, oh shoot, I just got to get out of this house. I'm turning into a hermit. So there's a neat Chinese buffet up in Cinnaminson on Route 130 called the Hibachi Grill. I don't know if you're into that kind of stuff, but it's basically not great Chinese food, but it's just decent. They have sushi, which is okay, but they have a lot of different foods and desserts and stuff. So a lot of times I'll go up there, and it's like, okay, well, I should try to do some RA, or I'll go to, like, Ross, or I'll go to Burlington. If I need clothes for myself, I'll stop there. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait a minute, it's 4:00 in the afternoon. It's rush hour right now. Oh no. So then I'll get on Route 295, and I'm stuck in that rush hour traffic. And it's like, what was I thinking? It's like, I forget. The link isn't working for the Facebook group. All right, Steve. Thank you. I'll let me go to the Facebook group now, and I'll put it right in the chat. I don't know why that happens sometimes. These links. I do that on Casey's channel. I'll copy the link exactly as it is. I'll copy and paste it from the actual page, and half the time it doesn't work. I appreciate you telling me. I'll go right now to the Facebook group, and I'll post it in the chat right now. All right, see. Let me see if this one works. I got this right off my Facebook page. There you go. You pass by. Yeah, it's by the that big catering facility. I always forget the name of it. They do a lot of weddings there. Let me know if that one works, and I'll post it. I posted a stream here. I'll post it in YouTube also. I'll post it in YouTube anyway. Let's see. That should work. Okay. Thanks for letting me know, Steve. Okay. Yeah, Maggie, it's nothing fancy, but like, I don't like the one over here in Cherry Hill by the Cherry Hill Mall. Very limited selection. Food's mediocre. Half the time it's not filled. And this other one, if you like sushi, it's not fancy sushi, but you have sushi. And like, they always have U-peel shrimp. So I usually get some U-peel shrimp. So we're going to get U-peel shrimp, mussels, clams, and I'll usually get, something, a little bit of entree or something. And they usually have pork ribs. And where are you going to get a big piece of pork rib like this, and shrimp and mussels and clams and dessert for $10 with tax and tip? I don't know of any other place where you can do that around here, but it's enjoyable. So, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Getting a little stiff here, sitting here all this time. Again, I really appreciate you guys hanging with me. And like Maggie said, it's, you guys are kind of like my coworkers. And again, if you have anybody you want on the channel, or if you would like to join me on the interviews on the Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, again, I'm a little flexible, but I try to be consistent with that time. So it could be, between, say, 1 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. I try not to do the evenings, because then you get involved with the other channels. And so I try to do it, mid to late afternoons on Wednesdays, Eastern time. So if you know anybody, or if you would like to join me, and if you're not my Facebook friend, you can send me a message through Messenger through Facebook. If not, you can send me a message through my Gmail account, which is I have for this channel, which is Adams Exploits without the apostrophe. So it's ADAMSEXPLOITS at gmail.com. So again, guys, I'm always looking for guests. So again, you guys all have different skill sets and different niches, and you can share it with the other resellers. I would appreciate it. So guys, we're at 3:30. appreciate you all being here. You all have a happy Thanksgiving. I thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. So if there's any questions or comments, again, please make sure you click the like button before you leave. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Got to do the normal YouTube spiel. Make sure you have the notification bell checked with the all notifications on. And if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments. All right, guys, appreciate it. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving, and we will see you next Wednesday. Thanks again. I did put the email in the notes section, correct, Steve? Yep. Thank you. See you guys.